Yo, how's it going out there, folks? My name is Bunkei, and welcome to AlphaISM Radio. It's good to be with you tonight. I don't know why I played that. It's from Super Mario World, which I consider one of the best games ever made of any genre, of any console, of any time period. So I just thought, hey, why not play a little something from Super Mario World. Anyway, got some good stuff tonight. We're going to be talking again with FlashMetroid, and we're going to talk about AE, the AE patch. We finally got we should not say the complete change list, because if I understand it, there's still stuff that hasn't been divulged totally. In fact, we're going to go over that because they actually released a few additional notes of certain changes that was made that wasn't in the original developer blog. So, we got so we're going to talk about that. But of course, before I get into that, let me get my let me get top 8 Evo finalist. What can I say? There we go. And while we waiting on that, okay.
Yeah.
Hey, what's going on, man?
What's up?
Not a whole lot, man.
What is that? Blam Bam?
Nah, this is Laban. He's AlphaISM regular.
Oh.
Yeah.
My bad, I was kind of distracted.
It's all good.
Watching MLG StarCraft 2.
I hear you. So let me ask you straight off, man. You've seen the change list so far. What do you think?
For Street Fighter 4 AE?
Yeah.
It looks pretty good. I don't think that a couple of changes aren't really going to stick, because some of them sound really weird.
Like what?
But I don't really remember off the bat, but if you give me a second, I will look at it again.
You gotta be prepared, man. We doing the show. No, I'm just kidding. I'll tell you what I think. I think that if anything, the changes are really, really interesting. They said that they were going to really focus on trying to buff. They want to really focus more on buffing the middle and the lower tier on that. And I have to say, I'm not saying that everybody agrees with what they're doing, but they have really kind of stuck with their word on that. I'm looking at the changes, and about 90% of it is buffs.
Yeah.
Yeah, they really, really, really. Some of the characters, some of the changes. I am, of course, Cody sticks out, Hakan sticks out. I think that Gen sticks out because this is a character that hardly no one plays, and he got a lot of good buffs coming from Super to AE. Now he has buffs on top of that, and I'm wondering, will we start seeing people play some of these other characters?
Probably not. Characters like Gen require work, and people don't like working. Even if those characters become top tier, they still require work, so people won't really play them regardless. If you're gonna play a top tier, you might as well pick an easy top tier instead of a hard one.
Well, I think that's why they did the Nerf hammer so hard on Yin and Yang. I think that they have to do that to kind of force people to.
Well, I don't really think that they nerfed Yin and Yang that hard.
I don't think so either.
They're still gonna be good.
Yeah, they're still going to be good. I think that the perception-wise, it's
Yeah.
like, they're no longer great anymore. And
They're not gonna be. They're not gonna be broken to the point where everybody's just gonna play them. Like the people who want to play them now are gonna be the actual Yen fans, not
Yeah.
the tier whores that pretended to be.
I mean, well, I'm like I said. I mean, if it's really really interesting because like they have if you notice in some of the buffs, a lot of the buffs they did roll back a lot of the nerfs from Super to AE.
Not really.
For some of the cats that really like for Rose. I mean, they changed. They
They didn't roll back anything for her. They just made her ultra a little faster, but it's not a rollback. It's not how it was before.
no, not her ultra. Her was it the 4 hard kick? I think they changed it back to how it was.
No, they changed the slide back to how it was in vanilla.
Oh, was it the slide? Okay, my fault.
Yeah, they put it to how it was in vanilla. Like in vanilla, I think it was shorter and easier to punish, or harder to punish, but it was less distance.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Now they made it longer, which is like more effective from different ranges, but it's easier to punish if you did it too close.
Oh, I see. Okay, what was it? What character are you looking forward to playing? I mean, I know you're going to stick with Geef. There's no reason not to.
Well, I actually don't know what's gonna happen to Geef because right now he's good. Like he's like high mid tier, but like all his good matchups, all those people are getting buffed. So I don't really know where he's gonna be in the future. But
Oh,
I'll
I
probably
see.
still play him. Like all his bad matchups just got worse, and all his good matchups just got worse. Nothing got better except for like Yun and Yang and Fei Long.
Mm. Is there any character out there that you like to try out? If
Well,
you change the stick.
for the past like 3 or 4 weeks, I've been playing Evil Ryu, and
Oh, yeah.
I like his new buffs, so I'm probably gonna try him out.
Yeah, the 6-frame crouching roundhouse.
Yeah,
A light kick axe kick. Light axe kick is now +1 on block. Yeah.
like the sweep buff. Potentially, it could make him like automatic top tier if it lets him sweep off of top 2 on everybody. Because right now he can only do it on 6 characters.
Oh, I see. What
But
you
if the sweep is fast enough to do it on everybody, then he's gonna be probably top tier for sure.
Yeah, man, and they buffed his life.
Yeah, another 50.
Yeah, another 50. So, in fact, I'm thinking about changing myself. I mean, I play Oni, but I Oni didn't get anything that was really that great. Either they didn't release all the changes they did to him, or they didn't think he really needed anything. But Evil Ryu definitely looks like he definitely looks really, really, really solid. I think he might challenge Ken for being the best Shoto in the game.
Nah, not that good.
You don't think so?
Ken is too good.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't understand his buffs, his target combo, now his crouching, but I have never seen his target combo.
It's the third strike one that nobody uses in this game except for like MOV because he's a third strike player.
Yeah, like you'd rather use close roundhouse,
Yeah, and nobody uses it at all.
and there's like
Maybe-
no reason to hit confirm using it, and it's not like it's not like people are gonna down parry or anything. So
Maybe now with the new damage, it'll be worth it for the better players, like the better Ken players who can hit confirm. But right now, it's not really worth it.
Was it because it whiffed on crouching that the people didn't use it?
no, it's
I don't
damage.
Huh?
It seemed like mainly a damage issue because people like if you could kind of confirm like maybe not because most people at least back in the vanilla days I just remember seeing people just doing close roundhouse instead for the beefier damage. It's like if you're gonna do confirms, you're gonna do like jab confirms. If you're not gonna do jab confirms, then you're gonna use whatever strongest normal you got for your combos, and that was close roundhouse. So, yeah, that was that. No one used the target combo, from what
Yeah.
I've seen.
That's what it could be. But who knows? Maybe once the game comes out and people will start using it.
Yeah.
I don't really see why they buffed EX Shoryuken because it already did good damage. 190 for an anti-air is kind of stupid.
Yeah. Isn't that almost vanilla?
Yeah, it's basically vanilla. Vanilla was 200 for
Yeah.
regular Fierce Dragon Punch, which is stupid.
Yeah, man.
Like Fei Long's Dragon Punch got nerfed,
hmm
and they buffed his to what Fei Long's used to be. Oh well, Fei Long used to do 200. Now it does 190. So I guess they're both tied now.
Yeah, but Ken's got way more invincibility though.
Yeah,
But I don't
I mean, if you EX, it doesn't matter how much invincibility you're gonna beat whatever it is.
Yeah.
The only thing that'll be Fei Long is probably Ken,
Yeah.
so it doesn't really matter. Just for that one minor thing.
Cody, got some nice changes.
Yeah.
To put it lightly, he's got some nice changes. You know what? There's always the buffs that people pray for that the developers almost never give you what you ask for. They
Oh,
always give you
the
something.
walk speed.
Yes, the walk speed was the one consistent complaint, and they actually did something about it.
Yeah,
You know.
Ryan Hunter. I don't know if you know who that is, but he's fucking dancing and shit right now. Over there. He's so happy. It's ridiculous.
And then and I saw like some of the frame advantage on the jab on his knife. And I'm like, wow. I didn't. Okay, maybe I have to look. Okay, in Super or in AE as it stands right now, if you have the knife and you block something, you don't drop the knife, do you?
You don't.
No, you don't. The buff is while you're picking it up, you can cancel the animation of picking it up into block now.
Oh, well, that's nice.
It's while you're picking it up. If you get hit during the pickup, you'll drop the knife, but block instead. Like right now, if you're trying to pick up the knife while you're picking it up, it's a free hit. But in the next one, you can cancel the knife pickup and block instead.
Huh.
So you could actually keep your knife.
No, you don't keep the knife. You would drop it if you didn't fully pick it up, I'm assuming, because that would be broken.
Yeah, that would be real broken.
All right.
So, yeah, Cody is definitely looking really, really, really nice.
It really just depends on how fast the walk speed is. Like, it's not like, I know they're not going to give him like Akuma speed.
No, that really would be.
If he has just like one rank higher, it's not going to do anything. He needs like Ken walking speed, like average.
Mhm.
If not, the change won't really matter. Like Makoto got buffed her walk speed, and she only went one speed higher. She's still like not walking.
Oh, yeah. Let me ask you about Makoto. So, nerfs, big deal? No, or what?
Let me see. I don't even know what happened.
They're okay. She's still gonna be good. She just lost. All she has to really do is hit you another time. She has to hit you one more time, basically. And the new buffs to the Hayate looks pretty cool.
They buffed the Hayate?
Yeah,
Oh.
like when you charge them now. And they made her super 3 seconds longer, which is really cool. And her jump medium punch it's actually like a good like air to air, and they made it better. She's still good. She gained some new stuff.
I didn't know that.
And they buffed her standing roundhouse, which always goes over lows. Like a bunch of times when I was playing in this game or in the last game, I would see like a low poke coming, and I would try to standing roundhouse it because it does 250 stun.
Oh,
and
wow.
on counter hit it does, I guess, 325.
Damn.
So I would try to like counter hit a low forward that I know is coming, and it would whiff. And they improved the lower extended hitbox of it, so it might work like the way I was trying before.
All right, that sounds neat.
So you know what? One thing I do like about the changes, they really did focus on fixing hitbox issues with a lot of the characters.
Yeah,
Which,
even Zangief got his fixed too.
yeah, I mean, like, for example, I thought it was on purpose, but apparently the Ultra One bug with Chun-Li about, is dropping characters. I guess that wasn't intentional. That was a bug, and they fixed that.
Yeah.
So I mean, I have to say that I'm actually pretty. I don't like to overstate it, but I'm actually pretty hype about the changes only because if they do stick, it's almost a totally new game in the sense that at this point, if the changes stick, no one knows how this is actually going to fall out. It's safe to say that it won't be anything like AE.
No, yeah, if they leave it the way these changes say they are, then the game's going to be completely different. But I'm pretty sure that the top tiers are going to be the AE characters that didn't get nerfed. Like Sagat and Ken are going to be at the top for free.
Yeah. I was thinking about that, man, because, by the way, like, I think Faye will still be up there because, I mean, when I looked at him, I mean, he still has a lot of the tools that still made him good. I mean, like, they nerfed the second hit of the Rekka and the third, but that's fine, though, because
Yeah, the good players don't do that second one. They hit them from the first one.
Yeah.
Plus, I just nerfs scrubby Fei Longs.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, because I thought it was stupid.
It kind of nerfs good Fei Longs, too, because the second hit was like a free guess. Like,
yeah.
If they blocked the first one, you had the second one as a second attempt to guess.
Yeah, because it was safe.
And it was still unpunishable. It was really cheap. Like, it led to a lot of free damage that won't happen in the future.
Mm.
So it's definitely a bigger nerf than people think. Like, it's not a nerf to the point where it's like, oh man, I can't use Rekkas, but you can't like get a lot of free stuff for no reason anymore.
Yeah, I mean, you're gonna have to work, as you said, talk about at the outset. You're gonna have to work for your damage, and because I thought for them making his second Rekka safe on block, I thought that was a stupid buff that they gave him.
Yeah, it was really dumb.
Because it not only was it giving him a free guess, but easier to put the opponent in the corner, where he really can go a hog wild on you. And with the pokes that he has, you're screwed.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, I mean, let's see here. Guy. Okay, this one kind of flew under the radar, but they buffed a whole shitload of Guy's normals. And again, it was hitbox. A lot of
it was like
a hitbox and
it was jumping normals though.
Yeah, which I thought
ground.
needed work anyway. But it was nice that they extended it. The active frames on on a few of those, and then his run. I guess it's a command jump. I guess whatever you want to call it has no recovery if you land and don't press any buttons.
Yeah.
I thought that was actually pretty cool. And then they just added, there was a couple other things that weren't in the original development notes, but I don't know. They buffed his throw range. What was it? Let me go in.
Yeah, they made it to like normal throw range. Right now, he has one of the worst ranges in the game.
Yeah.
But I don't think that they should have given him that because he has the most damaging normal throw in the game.
Does he?
Yeah, he's tied for the strongest normal throw in the game with Zangief.
I did not know that. Is it both of them, or is it just the forward?
No, the forward throw.
Okay.
It does the same damage as Zangief's. It does 160.
Damn.
Yeah. It's pretty stupid. He shouldn't have a throw that strong. They should have nerfed the damage on it and given it more range. I mean, nerfed the damage. Yeah, nerfed the damage and give it more range.
Yeah. I did not know it did that much. I mean, I knew Rufus, his forward throw, does a lot of damage. I don't see Geef's throws, his normal throws that often. I did not know that, so I'm glad you told me that. But I knew there was a few throws in there. I think Vipers also does good damage. The forward throw one?
I think it does like 120.
Oh.
The back throw is better because you get better mix-up, and it does 200 stun.
Oh, I did not know that. So, Dudley. What
I have no idea.
the hell did they do to him? Well, the list is quite extensive, man. The biggest thing that I seen is his standing roundhouse. Was Laban?
Oh yeah, they made it like third strike kind of.
Yeah, it's like isn't like plus
use
7.
it, like, duck under and stuff.
Isn't like plus 7 on counter hit or something? It was something ridiculous.
Yeah, you can do like standing roundhouse and do that duck under move and then combo off of it.
Ultra 1, if it catches an aerial opponent, does full animation.
Yeah.
I thought that was interesting because yeah, that, man. And then DJ, doing his super into his ultra, 570 damage.
Yeah, but nobody uses a full super into ultra.
Yeah, but only like one other player has it, right?
Yeah, but nobody's gonna use it regardless.
He does use EX. I mean, because he has 3 really good EX moves. So I mean, it won't be often where you will see someone wait and build a full.
Yeah.
They did
super, get a hit confirm, go on ultra.
Dread Kicks got damage buffs.
Who?
Dread Kicks got damage buffs.
I don't know anything about DJ. I hate DJ with a passion.
Oh
Why?
yeah, that move. This kick.
He's just a lame character.
Okay.
He's so boring and just the playstyle is so lame. And not like turtly. I just mean like so uncreative, I guess. It's just like you just stand back, throw fireballs, and anti-air or slide, and just keep doing that over and over until you win.
Yeah.
That's so dumb.
I'm just kidding. I don't play DJs. I try to, but I suck with anybody. It's how it is, you know. God made me this way for a reason, you know. Let's see.
There's like a lot of buffs that I don't think people realize how bad or good they are for the character. And, like, yeah. The game is going to be interesting. It's hard to say, like, who's going to be top tier and stuff, but I'm pretty sure that the only thing that's for sure is Sagat and Ken are top tier.
So you calling it now, Sagat and Ken.
If they leave it like this, they're top tier for sure. They have,
Able,
like, no problems.
Breathless, from startup till active, hit invulnerable. Just when you thought you got away with it. They also buffed his... What? They buffed the tornado throw. I don't know is it back to super?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know why everybody's so hyped about him being back.
Well, I mean, I know there's a lot of able players that were pretty damn upset about his changes from super to AE.
Yeah, I mean, Tornado Throw did too much damage for the kind of follow-up that you get after it. Like all the grapplers, like Zangief and T-Hawk, we did the same damage as Abel, but our mix-up after was nothing compared to his.
Yeah. Yeah, I understand. Yeah, I can see what you're saying. I think that Adon is so good in AE, and now he's even better. And it's interesting though, because I still think that he sort of flies under the radar, even despite what's his face did. Gamer B did. I
only like 2 of those buffs. They're all buffs, but only like 2 of them actually mean something. You know, like the rest don't really do anything.
I mean, the focus attack. I mean, because like juries, it's not.
Yeah. The focus attack one is good, and so is the Rising Jaguar thing.
Yeah,
that's it. But the other ones, they don't really mean anything. Like the Ultra missing sometimes, or the close standing medium punch and medium kick that nobody's gonna use anyway. Doesn't matter.
+2 on hit, +3 on block. Interesting. Does that lead to any new possibilities? Is it possible?
No. +2 on hit isn't fast enough for anything.
Right.
So it's basically useless. It might be like a new frame jab, but stand close, like
Oh, I see.
close, like a close standing jab or crouching jab is still better than that.
So what about Akuma? They Demon Flip Punch no longer an overhead. You know what? I am not mad about that because, and if Goken can't have one, then Akuma can't have one.
Yeah.
They took away his overhead and super. I don't understand why Akuma gets it back in AE.
I'm so happy about that because I always block crouching so I can wait for the dive kick to come out so I can lariat it, and then like I always try to like crouch, react to a dive kick, and like stay crouching. Or if I don't see a dive kick coming, I have to stand up to block the palm, and then like re-crouch after. So now I can just stay crouching. I mean, it won't change that much. It just makes my life easier.
Yeah, a lot of Akuma players are crying foul that you took away his unblockable and.
Yeah, most of the changes people are going to complain about because at lower level play, they're like
They need it.
yeah, they're like huge changes to the games and stuff.
Oh, I see.
But like at high level, all those things really never mattered. Like the forward throw, people complain about that because like now when if you do a forward throw now, you can do 2 dashes and then do a demon flip, and it's a safe jump on pretty much the whole cast, depending on who you're fighting against.
Yeah.
And now it's gonna be really tight to time, where it's it's gonna be basically impossible unless you're really good and time it perfectly. But the real reason why they did that nerf is because in the corner against like 5 or 6 characters, he can do an unblockable off a forward throw, and now you can't do it anymore.
Yep, and apparently that was sacrilege. How dare they take out an unblockable?
Well, to take out the unblockable, they had to make a setup harder, and scrubs cry.
Now, forward throw has 2 more recovery frames. Blanca is really interesting. So, ball does extra damage now.
And it knocks down.
It does?
Yeah,
Really? Oh wow.
yeah.
Sounds
Wow,
really good.
that's huge.
Yeah.
That's huge because because as it stands, there are characters that can punish him even when he hits him.
Yeah.
Wow.
So now he can like do ball combos in the corner with his back to the wall without worrying about anything.
Wow.
That's big. Any other adjustment?
Yeah, he jumped a lot because of that knockdown crap.
Are you sure? It's not even mentioned here.
It's not.
No.
I saw it before. I saw it on Event Hubs when they first posted it. Maybe they took it away.
Because it was false or something.
Yeah,
Also, too
probably.
damn good. One or the other.
Yeah, because that sounds too good to be true.
Yeah, because I mean
It
that
doesn't
was
sound that good. It sounded kind of legit. CBS 2 was the same way.
I mean, because you know what? Because I could think of something like I know because I have a trouble. I mean, I play against Shan Blanca, and I just hate that his Ultra One. You can just it's ambiguous. You can make it ambiguous, and I mean that's bullshit. Especially as much damage as it does. It's just
It's a guess though. It's a gamble.
yeah.
you
But
can-
even if it goes the other way, it's not like that he's dead. I mean, it's like you gotta have something that really, really goes across the screen, and punish it, which with Oni, nothing he has going to be able to catch him.
I guess.
What is the Rock Crusher? What is that?
I have no idea. I was trying to figure that out.
I think it's his, back or forward medium punch or something where he hits twice. Something weird like that.
Oh yeah. The I think it's
Is that the one with the knee?
the forward medium punch.
It looks like he's
overhead.
Yeah.
I think it's
overhead.
the
Oh, is that the one where he puts his head in your chest?
yeah. I think
Oh.
Something like that.
I'm gonna check right now actually.
Oh, you know what? Oh, that's good because +5
yeah,
frames.
it's the overhead.
Yeah. Wow.
So now you can combo off of his overhead.
Yeah, you got it. Yeah, they can't have him be able to knock down the ball. That would be, with those other changes, that would be a little bit too.
I don't know. Knockdown ball sounds like it'd be good, but doesn't sound like something Capcom would do now.
But it's never been like that either.
It was like that in CVS too.
Yeah.
It really was. So no matter if you're in the air or not, if you get hit by the ball, that knocks you down.
Yeah, I think it would be fair if you had that. Because it's stupid how, like, in the corner, if you hit somebody, you can only do nothing. Or, like, some characters, you can't even do a combo on them, because every time you hit them with a combo, you eat a combo.
Yeah, that's stupid.
I mean...
It's like, what's the best you could do? Just, like, jab into electricity or something?
Well, you can do that, or you can do standing medium punch into standing roundhouse, and it does pretty much the same damage.
Alright.
Well, and of course Dan pushed back from his close standing start. Hard kick has been shortened. Close medium punch starts up in 5 frames. That's not bad for a medium punch. 5 frames.
That's normal.
Isn't it?
Yes, that's normal speed.
That's normal? Okay. Crouching hard kick now starts up in 10 frames. Reduce the height limit on Air EX Hurricane, I guess?
Yes, the Hurricane.
Hard kick now deals 130 instead of 120. Jumping and crouching taunt builds meter now 70 on hit, 30 on block. Ha. They fixed something of it. I don't know if it's a super or something that it will whiff. Something that used to whiff and it won't now. Okay, so Dalsim, Infernal damage up, I guess. Total 330. EX Yoga Blast. Hold on for a second.
I don't know. I'm looking forward to the game just because
Hello?
it's like a complete overhaul again.
Hey. Yeah, I was just doing my podcast. What's up? My radio show. Yeah, what's up?
Oh well. I might start playing Street Fighter 4 with the rebalance, because I haven't really been playing at all, so
yeah, I'll be
at least
there.
make it sound good.
Yeah.
Yeah, the game sounds really good. I just don't know where Zangief is going to be.
Like, most probably I'll pick Evil Ryu, just because it sounds really good.
Alright, hey, I'll talk to you later.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It does.
Alright. Bye.
Like the shadows were good throughout the lifespan of Street Fighter 4, but to me it always just felt awkward playing Street Fighter 4, even with the shadows. Like, the normals just don't feel good to me. But when I played Evil Ryu for Arcade Edition, it felt pretty standard for a fighting game. But I just wasn't happy overall with the game.
The only character who has like normals is Ryu. Like Ken,
Yeah.
I hate his normals.
Well, to be honest, I kind of like Dalsum, but then again, Dalsum got some cool buffs compared to his other iterations in the series as a whole, Street Fighter series as a whole. Like Tiger Knee teleports, that new jump fears, among other things. But I didn't want to play Dalsum all the time, so.
Faster jump.
Yeah, that's it.
His jump was so slow. It was basically unusable.
Oh well. So yeah.
Yep.
Let's see here. So, okay, I'm still trying to understand Goken's changes. So I know that now you can wheel on the buttons for you can speed up his Denjin.
Yep, just like Third Strike.
And so there are 5 damage levels.
For what? For Goken?
Yeah.
Yeah, the Denjin.
I don't know. I don't think people are going to use it regardless, because the other one's so good.
Yeah,
It's not like you can get some kind of weird guaranteed stun situation like you can in Third Strike. So.
Yeah.
And stun isn't as good as it was in Third Strike, so Rather get that guaranteed damage.
What is for Guy? What is the Bushin Gorisen Pujin? Oh goodness.
Where is it on the list? Oh,
Isn't that the command throw super?
that one. Ultra 2.
Yeah, I think it is.
Increased throw range on Bushin Muso Ring. I don't know.
Renge.
Ringe.
Yeah, that's a throw ultra. And the other one is,
Isn't that
And
the
what-
super?
and yeah, and the buff right on top of it is the ultra, I think. So they buffed Ultra 1 and Ultra 2. Because Ultra 1 doesn't move at all. It's just like, it does the combo, and it doesn't even take like a step forward.
Oh, I see. Well, shoot. Blaze is gonna be happy. That was what he was wanted. All right. And then there's Hakan. Okay. I don't. You know what? I think that people are right. Capcom can buff him until the cows come home, but no one's still gonna play him.
I don't. They say he's oiled from the start of the match, but they don't tell him what kind of oil buff he has at the start of the match.
Yeah, they don't tell you how long he has it for.
So
He's not-
it's safe to say it's not EX, right? You know.
People will play it. Like, I like the character. I think he's really cool. But the character is so bad. I would never play it until it becomes at least be like low mid tier. I'm not gonna play like trash tier character. Like
So
being 7-3'd by the whole cast. What's the point of even playing that character?
what would you recommend to make him at least mid tier? Like, what is he really hurting? Why is he hurting currently?
He has like no combos, no hit confirms.
All right.
I mean, his new strategy in this game, it's kind of viable in a way. Like, you can stack oil, so people just run away and try to spam oil until they get enough time on it, and then they try to fight. Because when he's oiled, he's really good. But running away for that much to get that much oil is basically impossible on somebody who's attacking you from the start.
That's true.
But I guess that's why they made him start with oil.
Yeah, because I mean, it's like when he's not oil, he has the worst throw range in the game.
Yeah.
Worst everything.
And then
When he's oiled, he's like the worst character in the game.
Yeah.
And then, I mean, when he's not oiled, he's like the for sure worst character in the game. And then when he oils up, he's like mid tier.
Yeah.
But you sometimes won't even get a chance to oil up. So it's like, are you serious?
Yeah, I mean, that was, I thought that actually that was an interesting buff. I mean, you know, that they let him be oiled from the start. Of course, the big question is how long does it last? Is it like a light kick oil? Was it only like 10 seconds? You know.
Well, I think light kick is, I think the way it works in this game, they changed the time on it. I think it's 2, 4, 6 for light, medium, and hard.
Anyway.
But light kick oil is instant now. It's like you can do light kick oil whenever, but it's only like 2 seconds. You pretty much do it whenever you know you have a second and you don't want to get hit. You don't want to be greedy and go for like medium kick or something.
Yeah, because I mean, I would like to see this character be viable, and it would be interesting to see, because I think that he may be one of those characters where they may actually give him more stuff, depending on what they find. Because I think what Capcom has found out that there's holes in this gameplay, significant holes, in an effort to make him unique. You know, between not being oiled and oiled, but they got to find some way of making it less risky, and because, you know, a good player probably won't allow him to oil up.
Yeah, every time I play against a con, I just jump at them at the beginning of the match.
Yeah,
and then it's over.
Yeah, like, if anything, like how you compared him, like when he's not oiled, he's like bottom tier, and if he's oiled, he's like mid. I don't know how they would go about it, but they should make at least his non-oiled form like mid-high, and make his oiled form like top tier.
Nah, that'd be dumb.
That'd be silly though. That'd be silly.
Yeah, that's
But
the thing though, because see, a lot of people just think, oh, just do a little bit here, just do a little bit there, but it's not so easy. I
easy
think,
to do that. Yeah.
yeah, it's because you if you start buffing Hakan even more, then you run the risk of making him stupid.
Yeah, but that's what you're supposed to do in beta and stuff. Like when they're testing, they're supposed to make a character broken, and then nerf him as you realize what's dumb. Not like make him trash and then just leave him as is.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, but I guess so.
But then, didn't Mike Z like make his characters intentionally trash in the beginning and just constantly buff them up? So it's not like you create something that's fun and good, but then if you take away like the good shit, then we get like a stale character. You start off with something shit, then you like buff it up until something. I don't know.
I think he did the opposite. I think he made them broken and then he nerfed them.
Or at least with Peacock, he made her shit first. Then they got all these zoning players to test her out and like give recommendations. Then they buffed her up. At least I know with Peacock they did that. But
I believe that that they should focus on making the character fun first, and worry about the balance later. Because I feel like that what made Super Turbo good was that most of the cast was really fun to play. But but no one's gonna sit there and try to say, "Oh, Super Turbo is just balanced." It's not, come on now. There are
Some people do. Some people are stupid.
You don't need to look forward. You don't need to look any farther than to look at Takedo and look what he did with Vega. He basically trolled everybody with Vega. I mean, it was stupid. It's Jury. Okay, now this one, Capcom. I mean, like with Hakan, I think they saw some holes in. Because the Feng Shui engine has never been that great of an ultra, but it's interesting though because they gave her some nice combo possibilities, and the fact that they gave her
a faster dash
plus 50 damage on the rising kick. That's big.
What the hell's rising kick?
I'm assuming that's the isn't no, that would be her dive kick actually. No.
I'll check.
Ooh, Hajin rising kick. It sounds like her cursor forward kick, where she kicks upwards to null a projectile, and then from there you could store a projectile.
Nah, that would be retarded.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's interesting. Plus 50 damage on that, and charge a wow.
Yeah, I could be wrong. Maybe it's like a command normal or something.
That would be more than a regular fireball, and you get to store it, so it'd be more utility. That sounds retarded.
Yeah, someone check the move list.
Okay, so
Here.
when you're
I'm checking right now.
When you're in Feng Shui, you can build meter now.
Yeah.
1/3 normal weight. This one I don't understand. Well, I understand.
Wow. Yeah, it is.
Oh.
The fireball move, the kick.
Oh wow.
The fireball first hits you.
Plus
So it does
50 damage. Damn.
That's retarded.
yeah.
What the
Yikes.
fuck?
I don't think there's any other move in the game that got plus 50 damage.
Right now it does 50. So now it does 100 plus the
Yikes.
fireball that you let go.
That sounds really neat.
That sounds
So
really fucking broken.
Senpusha, which one is that? Is that the pinwheel?
Yeah, Senpusha is the pinwheel.
Plus 5 advantage on hit for first hit of light kick Senpusha. Plus 5 advantage on hit for first and second hit of medium kick and hard kick Senpusha.
Yeah, but that's only for FADC purposes.
Oh, I see. So, okay, so it's
Unblocked in its entirety, it's not gonna be hot shit.
Yeah.
no,
That's
it shouldn't be because that'd be retarded.
Because you can FADC the first and second hit now, so yeah.
And it's on hit, so
I can't believe that the fireball does 100 now. That's so stupid. Wow. Holy crap.
Only stamina from 950 to 1,000. Welcome, but I mean that's not exactly what I asked for. But now here's the most. I guess this is for anti-air purposes. Ultra 1, when you aim it upwards, is 9 frames on startup. Full invincibility from startup to the second active frame. Yeah, that's ultra. That must be for anti-air purposes.
Yeah, of
Wait, which
course.
character?
Oni.
Yeah, it's
Oh, yeah.
Ultra 1. His first, it's his fireball.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So now it's an anti-air Ultra.
Raging Demon increased damage from 350 to 370 regardless if it's ground or air. This is the one buff I really like. Light Kick Demon Slash now has an additional hitbox on the lower side, so it's easier to hit thinner crouching opponents. Because as it stands right now, it does not, and it's not like it's throw invincible or anything. So if you see it coming, you can just throw them out of it.
What the hell's that noise?
Oh, excuse me. Look at me, a frying fish.
What?
You
I'm frying fish right now. I'm in the kitchen.
All I hear is.
Alright, I'll try to keep on the down low when I go back to the pan.
Nah, it's all good. I just wanted to know what it was.
Alright.
So let's see. So Sakura didn't do a whole lot with her. EX Hurricane Kick, hitbox issues. Last hit would not connect on her bread and butter combo, so they fixed it so it works on all characters.
Yeah. Like her, she's another. I forgot about her. She's another top tier, guaranteed. If they don't change the changes.
If they don't change changes.
Yeah.
Interesting though. Seth, tandem stream only does 340 damage now, but crouching hard punch tandem stream does full damage. Furthermore, if it first hit connects, Seth becomes invincible for the entire animation. Wow. Okay. I don't understand this one. Okay, well, the first part I do. His jumping first punch now has 4 active frames, and neutral jump medium kick has lower body fireball invincibility after the active frames finish.
I have no idea.
I have
Everybody
no
was
idea.
talking about that before, and nobody understands what the hell's going on. But in Cross Counter Asia, they mentioned that Punko was happy about it. So apparently Punko is happy about that buff.
So Punko's happy. We're all happy.
I mean, he's the only one who really uses Seth.
I am disappointed with T-Hawk's changes because I really only asked for one thing, and that is to be able to follow up his Condor Spire with Ultra 2.
What?
That would be great. That's all I really wanted out of that.
Why the hell would you be able to do that?
Why not?
So you don't
Why?
have to FADC anything or whatever.
Yeah, I mean, he don't got
You didn't
nothing
get a game?
else.
That's like Zangief. Like, why can't I fucking do Ultra 2 after a Lariat trade? It was like that in the beta for Super.
That would have been sick.
I should get that back too, if that was the case. Because they're
Oh,
in
yeah.
the air. They're in my air.
I guess the only interesting thing is that his medium 360 is still invincible from startup to the frame T-Hawk leaves the ground. Which means he's still invincible throughout then. Because once you leave the ground, you can't be thrown on the ground. Let's see here. Oh, they fixed his crouching roundhouse. So, you can't jump after. You can't block the first one, then jump out of the second one.
You can't do that now.
I guess that's what they're saying.
No, they fixed the. I mean, they gave him more invincibility on his head and stuff.
Yeah, they said that too. T-Hawk's head area hit.
I know why they did that though, because they had to. Because there's a lot of times where Zangief and because I've been playing T-Hawk and Zangief because I just like grapplers for some reason. All of a sudden, it's weird. Like when you're playing against Sagat, when they're spamming roundhouse and you know it's coming, one of like the main answers to it is sweep from like a distance, and there's times where I do it max range, like a max range sweep, and I still get hit at the top of my head by the standing roundhouse, even though I'm crouching and doing roundhouse.
Oh, okay. Okay, so that's I guess that's an interesting fix. It's not what I asked for. I mean, all I asked was altitude out the condor squat.
You're not gonna get that. Forget about that. That's retarded.
So I guess they're saying, yeah, it says the first hit of crouching hard kick on block has more blocks done by 2 frames. Opponents who try to jump away after blocking the first hit will now be caught with the second hit due to this adjustment. I guess that was an issue.
Are you sure? I mean, I've never tried to jump the second hit, because why would you be able to? But if you can, that's kind of stupid.
Yeah. Condor Spire's shortcut motion has been revised, so it should be easier to activate with that now. Okay, I don't know what the shortcut motion is for Condor Spire. Oh, it should be down back twice because it's a dragon punch move. Interesting. Yang, okay, the first one actually is a buff, I think. Isn't Yang's stun is 900?
Hmm?
In AE, Yang's stun is 900. Okay, well, they buffed it to 950.
Yeah. The biggest nerf to Yang is standing light kick being 5 frames.
What is it now?
It's 3 right now.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And 3-frame pokes are god in Street Fighter 4. So that poke is so good in this game right now. And next game is going to be like, okay. It's going to be like a normal poke. Right now, that shit runs it. At least after that, I don't even remember the nerfs. I know they took away the invincibility, the throw invincibility from the EX throw.
Yeah.
That was bullshit. They shouldn't have that.
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of stupid, man. It's especially the reach it had.
Yeah, I mean, the reach is fine. I don't care about anything, but it shouldn't be throw invincible. Like, why do they have something that a grappler only has? Like, Abel's the only guy who has that. And then they gave it to the twins for no reason. They're like super fast, rush down characters. And now they beat throws too?
Why not?
Why? Why would they do that?
Remember, Ono said that imbalance creates community.
It doesn't.
Okay, you know, I'm looking at the palm changes. Okay, so the palm changes 150 to 140, chip to 30, stun from 250 to 200, whoopie doo. So it only does 200 worth of stun. That's still ridiculous, man.
When these changes came out, I actually learned a lot of stuff about the twins that I didn't even know about.
Yeah.
Like,
you know what that means? It'll make it worse for the
Lunge
people that are
Punch
playing.
does 200 stun in this game.
Huh?
Lunge Punch does, I think, 250 stun in this game. Fierce Punch, Lunge Punch.
Oh.
Like, that is retarded.
I did not do
250 stun for an armor breaking move that's +1 on block if you space it right. Breaks armor, does 250 stun. That's so stupid.
Wait a minute. Are you talking about Yoon, right?
Yeah. That move where he goes flying across the screen and punches you.
They said there's no mention of them nerfing the damage on it.
Yeah, there is. It says medium punch and hard punch kobuku. Damage from 160 to 140. Stun from 250 to 200.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Oh, I'm looking at the EX. I'm sorry.
Yeah. 250
so
stun
again,
for that move. That's retarded.
Here's the funny part. I mean, that was intentional. 250 is ridiculous. But 200, that's still damn ridiculous, though.
I mean, it is, but 250 is absurd.
Yeah, it's absurd. Well, so we went from absurd to ridiculous.
There's only like 4 pokes in the game. There's only like 4 things in the whole entire game that do that. And those are like slow normals that don't break armor, that are negative on block.
Right.
Not a move like that.
So,
Like that shouldn't be that much.
So yeah, I mean, yeah, he's just totally useless. His only does 200 stun now. Come on, man.
Young players are babies. They're fucking retarded.
You know, I really am starting to see what you're talking about. I'm looking at these nerfs. They're good. They don't change. They're no longer broken, but they have far as hell from being bottom tier.
No, they're probably still gonna be top tier, or at least like mid. Like they're not gonna go below mid tier at all. It's like impossible.
Vega, interesting. His slide got increased back to what it was in Super. Sky High Claw causes blowback when it hits a grounded opponent. I don't know what that means.
What's blowback?
This must be a new. I heard this mentioned for Blanca and a couple other people. It must be something new to the game, a new type of mechanic when you get hit.
What are you talking about?
Blowback. What the hell is blowback?
For who?
Well, it was mentioned on Vega. Sky High Claw causes a blowback when it hits a grounded opponent.
Same words as Blanca Ball change, whatever that means. The only thing I could think of is that there's like an extended hit stun animation where they're like reeling in pain.
Yeah, you see, in the Blanca, there's no Blanca Ball change. It doesn't talk about it, but it mentions the Blanca Ball change in the Vega section. See, it's not there. It's supposed to be there.
Internet censorship.
I know for a fact I read Blanca Ball knocks down now. What the hell, Skyclaw? Maybe it's
It's the charge down up punch, as I recall. You know where he.
Right.
Oh yeah, it knocks down now.
It's either that or blowback. That kind of reminds me of Guilty Gear Stagger.
No, it knocks down.
When I think of blowback, I think of King of
the
Fighters blowback, which
I think it
literally
knocks
means knockdown. Yeah.
But when did you say knockdown then? I mean, what does... I don't understand.
They don't use the same terminology as us.
And someone translated it weird.
Yeah.
No, because see, okay.
I'm pretty sure it knocks down because there's some times where you hit them with the Sky Claw, and if you hit it really high, you get punished for it.
No, because it says for Fierce and EX Ball, if it hits on the second frame, same frame where FA cancel is possible, it causes blowback damage. Will be easier to follow up EX Ball with additional hits as FADC.
I have no idea.
Yeah, I mean, that doesn't sound like just a knockdown.
The only other thing I could think of is that they just extend the hit stun animation where they're reeling in pain and they're just like...
Yeah, that means stagger. It's like, it reminds me of like stagger,
Yes.
where you're briefly stunned, like a really, really short dizzy or something.
Who knows?
I guess it would have to...
Oh, well.
Because I never
Yeah.
heard blowback used before, and even in the previous epilogue on Super AE.
Yo, what was the Ultra 2 startup in AE for Vega?
For what?
For Vega, his Ultra 2 startup. It says it's changed to 8 frames now. So I don't know if that's a nerf or a buff.
I assume that's a buff.
Who?
Vega. Claw.
What movie are you talking about? EX Stunt?
Ultra 2.
Ultra 2.
Oh, yeah, it's 9 frames right now. It was 4 in Super, and then it was, I think it's 11 in AE.
Okay.
So it's like...
So I think it's a buff. Yeah, it's a buff. They wouldn't nerf that. It's really bad in Super. I mean, in AE. You can safe jump it with, like, literally anything.
Okay.
Hey, Jap SPD 150 stun. Is that a nerf or a buff?
It's a buff. It does 100 stun right now. EX Green Hand and Jab SPD both do 100 stun. And now they both do 150.
You screwing me. They gave him plus 50 stun on his Jab SPD.
And his EX Green Hand. He doesn't do that much stun. How often do you get stunned by Zangief? That shit never happens.
No, you die before that happens.
Not really.
How much does that headbutt does?
600 stun. The medium punch one does 300, and the fierce punch one does 600. But you never use the medium punch, only for like very specific stuff.
For you guys out there, man, don't mean to change the topic so abruptly, but don't take that hurricane lightly. If you've been told to evacuate, sessions always can be replaced, but you just can't easily get someone their life back. So, remember that more people die in floods than than all the other natural disasters combined. This is from someone who nearly drowned himself. So, if you've been told to evacuate, man, just do it, man. It ain't worth it. The best possible thing is you come back home, everything is as it is. Great. Worst possible thing is that you lose your life, or the second worst possible thing is that your home is in Newfoundland off the coast. Alright, back to AE. Alright, so Ryu. Okay, I have a feeling that they did not release all the changes for Ryu, because all of his buffs, well, at least all of them but one, is all focused on his Ultra 2. It's great that his 4 Fierce, does more damage now. Chun Sweep does 150 stun, that's good. Kosho starts up in 9 frames, good. And of course the Ultra 1 juggle fix. Interesting. Well, for me, this patch can't come out soon enough.
Yep. I would love for it to come out fucking tomorrow.
I wanna I don't know who I want to play. I know that I would probably want to switch to Evil Ryu, and I probably will want to. I probably want to give Hakan out a try, because I did play Hakan briefly in Super when it first came out.
Hakan is still basically bad.
I know, but I'm bad too, so it's a match made in heaven. That way if I lose, they're like, oh, he was playing Hakan. I can use that as an excuse.
Oh, nice. That's the option select. It's a win-win. You're like, oh, you lost to Hakan, you suck. Oh, I lost, doesn't matter.
I win with Hakan. Oh man, that's Hakan.
Yeah, Hakan's the new Dan, and Dan's the new mid-tier.
Yeah,
Low
Dan
mid.
does look like he's going to be at least mid-tier.
Low mid, I think.
Because Ultra David thinks the world of him. He thinks that Dan is solid in AE. And it'll be interesting to see with these changes where he goes from there. And it's interesting though, because I'm still thinking what can they do for the 25th anniversary. So I saw what you first, Laban. So what would you like to see Capcom do for the 25th anniversary? And don't say release Street Fighter 5. It ain't happening. Alright, Flash, you up.
I don't know. I don't really care. I don't think they're gonna do shit. Well, they're gonna do something, but it's not gonna be something amazing. It's gonna be something like some reused crap that nobody gives a shit about.
So they're gonna release the 25th anniversary T-shirt collection.
They're gonna release some gay shit that you're gonna have to buy. They're only gonna sell for like a month or something. And I ain't gonna buy that shit. Who knows? A new game would be nice.
That's what I'm thinking, man. I was like, they gotta have their hands on something.
When is the 25th anniversary?
Next year.
Oh. You were about to say tomorrow?
I was gonna say tomorrow. Like, I don't know why I was gonna say it.
By next year, they're probably just gonna give, I don't know. The Street Fighter and Marvel will already be out, so on the anniversary they might just be like, here you go, X-Men, Street Fighter Cross Tekken. Happy anniversary.
Or a special DLC for Street Fighter Cross Tekken, like some costumes or whatever.
Yeah, some gay shit that only like
Casuals like.
Yeah, casuals like.
I thought of an interesting idea of what they could do.
What?
They can do 4 or 5 DLC characters from Street Fighter 1 for AE as DLC.
You mean like new characters?
Yeah, like Eagle and what was it?
Yo, we need more black people, so put in like Mike.
Yeah, that would be
Mike.
interesting.
Who the hell is Mike?
The original boxer from Street Fighter 1.
His name
Mike.
his name is Mike Bison. Yeah, we know about him.
No, he's just plain Mike.
Is
He's
he
different
Garo?
from Boxer that we know from
You're
Street
talking
Fighter 2.
you're talking about the guy who's fighting in this first scene of Street Fighter 2.
No, the Mike in Street Fighter 1 is different from Boxer in Street Fighter 2. So,
I'm talking about the intro video where that white dude is fighting the black dude.
oh, that?
No.
I think so. I think that's him.
Yeah, that was American History X.
What?
Honestly, I just want Elena from Third
Elena's
Strike.
cool.
I saw Elena
Like-
last night, yesterday in Third Strike. She's a really, really cool character design.
She is. I've been beating a lot of scrubs on Third Strike Online with her. So it's been really fun. When I have to get serious, I have to choose Makoto, but otherwise I've been playing a lot of Elena and thinking how she might be if she were put in like a quote unquote real Street Fighter game. So
What are the Street Fighter? Okay, so Mike was one. What was some of the other characters that was in Street Fighter 1? Okay, so Eagle. But Eagle's in CVS 2, right? So it's not like he's never been in another.
you have Geki, which is a ninja. You got
Interesting.
Ritsu, which is like a Japanese monk kind of guy. You got... I forgot the name, and I don't want to be racist, but it's like the guy who has like really small glasses. He's like an older Chinese man with a Fu Manchu or something like that.
Oh, I know you're talking about.
How something like that.
So if they would release those 3 characters, plus maybe a couple of more from, Street Fighter 2 is taken care
Alpha.
of. A couple more from Alpha, or
They won't do EX. No, they won't.
that's too bad because I like. The game is garbage, but some of the characters actually like. I would like to see a D Dark and see what they would do there.
I have no idea what the hell you guys are talking about.
Oh, EX Street Fighter EX Alpha is the, it's like that illegitimate child you just never want to claim.
Speaking of which, Eureka is making a new fighting game based off those characters. That's their property, so you'll see a lot of the Street Fighter EX characters coming back. Too bad the game's like on the DS or something. Whatever.
It's going to be interesting whether or not that league list actually turns out to be legit or not.
What, for Tekken? Cross Tekken?
Yeah,
Or which?
the
Okay.
Street Fighter Cross Tekken. I know. Don't get me wrong. I think that. Wait a minute. Isn't Saddam's stage actually already in the game?
Yeah.
Okay, well,
Like you see the trucks and everything. So I really think Saddam might be a character.
So Saddam, Relento, Karen, Armika.
Yeah. Hopefully
Sure.
the Makoto thing is wrong. Like, I'm a Makoto main, but I thought about, like, Makoto with chains, and I turned it on in system direction for Third Strike, and it was really stupid. Really, really stupid. And I'd rather see Elena, to be honest.
Oh no, Karen and Rolento are in it. I'm already done. That's my squad.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really interesting because some of the characters people were hoping for to be in AE turn out to be in Street Fighter Cross Tekken. Poison,
Yeah, I'm
Hugo.
really gonna be in that.
Huh?
I'm gonna be in that. A lot of poison. I play like a lot of Hugo, press stand medium punch a lot. Yeah.
It would kind of be really interesting though if that clap move he does is plus 10 in Third Strike. I'd be interesting to see what the advantage is on that.
I don't know, because like in Third Strike you could do clap into whatever. So, and it's super cancelable, so clap,
Yeah.
clap, clap, super.
Yeah, Hugo.
Yeah. Also Null's projectile, kind of like vanishing flat, aka green hand.
Yeah, you do like double clap and then crouching forward and it knocks down. Shit's too good.
I didn't
So-
think you played Third Strike Flash. I thought that was.
No, he said he hated it.
I hated it, but it was still free money.
Yeah, there you go.
Now they told me that you grossly exaggerated about the red parry. That it only happens if you like.
No,
If it's
it only happens when what?
like they said, like for example, there's not hardly any block strings in the game. It's like except for like light kick, light punch, light kick, I guess.
Yeah,
You know, but they said that red parry is very risky, and you're not.
it is
liable.
risky. But people still gonna do it, and then if they get it, you're dead.
Yeah. And you have to really think of what kind of block strings you do. You can't just like do a block string. You have to mix up within your block string. It's like some Dead or Alive
Yeah.
shit.
No, there's no block strings.
Yeah, there's no block strings. Yeah, there you go. But rather, should I say like attack strings?
Yeah,
Because you have a chance of being parried. But the thing is, you could still keep up your offensive momentum if you mix it up. But you know, there's
Yeah.
still always that guess or risk.
Yeah,
Because for most stand
bunch-
jabs
and dumb shit.
and stand shorts, they could be parried high and low. And certain attacks like Makoto's crutch and medium kick could be both parried high and low. But then you have like characters like, let's say Ken, like his stand medium punch can't be parried low, and of course his low forward can't be parried high. So you have to mix up with stuff like that and your strings and whatnot. But
That's too much
yeah, you
thinking, man.
make one mistake and you're done. You're gonna eat like 30 to 50% or more. Me, I like it. Flash could not like it, but that's what it
Third
is.
Strike?
Yeah, I like Third Strike for whatever reason.
I mean, I just don't like. It's not a real competitive game to me.
Yeah,
Oh wow.
I'll give you that.
it's
Oh.
like it's like on Marvel level to me.
Yeah,
Like
Flash. Did you like Marvel 2?
No,
No,
I
just
hate Marvel 2. I hate Marvel 3 too.
Oh, you want to try Ultimate Marvel 3?
Yeah. Marvel 3 looks like it might actually be a real game.
Did you think the X Factor was a problem in it, Marvel 3?
No, not that bad. It's more like DAC glitch was a real problem.
Mm.
So Flash, you interested in trying any other games soon? Oh, excuse me.
Huh?
Like, there's other games coming out. Well, just recently Yatagarasu came out. You plan on trying anything like that? Or like,
I don't even know what that is.
oh, it's like, it's a doujin fighting game made by some, grassroots, not really company, it's just like I guess some guys just came out. But I don't know if you might like it, because I don't think so, because like, it has like one button parry things. I don't know if it even has whiff animations, so it might be stupid. But it's a racing fighting game that came out. Another fighting game that's coming out soon is like Vanguard Princess Prime, which is basically, how should I say it? It's like, think Alpha 2 without custom combos. So mainly I'm alluding to the fact that it has a strong ground game, but you have air guard, kind of like Alpha 2. It's like you can block specials, but you can't block ground normals. But the thing is, there's no 2-in-1s, so it's a lot of ground-based poking. But the weird thing is that you have like a Marvel 1 type of assist, but it works kind of like Marvel 2. So you don't actually play a secondary character, but you could use that assist indefinitely. And it has some kind of power gauge level to limit of what kind of attacks you use with that assist. So that's another possibility, another game to come out soon to play. Multiblood has Multiblood has its update in December.
I mean, I understand. You know what? I mean this with the love from the bottom of my heart, but I just cannot see me playing with a bunch of little girls on brooms wearing skirts from 1854. I mean, I'm just saying. You know what? I always try to say that. You always try to evaluate the game based on its merits, but I'm just not going to play a game full of Hansel and Gretel's.
Okay.
I want to play Arcana Heart and Melty Blood, but there's no scene here, so pretty much if there's no scene, I'm not gonna play it. So all those random games that you're talking about, are probably not gonna play.
Probably. All right.
Thank goodness they're working on a new.
I'm gonna play Skullgirls for
Yeah,
sure.
No,
yes.
that one looks lovely.
Yeah, it looks really good.
Guilty Gear.
The new Guilty Gear, once it comes out, that'll probably be like the main game in Florida again, because everybody in Florida is a Guilty Gear player.
Yeah, I'll try to get in there too. As
I
well.
think
I'll
that-
play Guilty.
That's the only real scene we've ever had.
I thought that
Street Fighter
Guilty
scene
Gear
is a joke.
Guilty Gear Accent Core. I thought that was not. I really liked that game, not just because that it's just because it's really fun game. Every character is really different, and most of them are viable. I mean, high level play, but it really kind of shows you how you can actually change. How you can change characters from version to version and fix problems and whatnot without making them utter shit. Because I remember in Slash, and I know a lot of people thought after when Slash came out that Eddie was totally useless. No, he won't.
Yeah, I was about to mention that. What do you think, Flash?
No. Now he's back to almost God tier in Slash.
Yeah, in Accent Core, yeah, he seems really good. Oh well.
How's Johnny in Accent Core? Flash.
Oh, he's one of the worst characters.
Really?
Yeah, my mic was muted. I was actually talking. But Johnny's one of the worst characters in Accent Core, but even then, he's still really good. Like, the game is the most balanced game ever. The game is super balanced.
Like when Accent Core first came out, I just heard like the buffs for Chip, and I was like, really? I was really feeling myself, but yeah.
How's Jam in Accent Core? That was my girl.
Yeah, Accent Core is the best game pretty much ever made, in my opinion. That's why I can't. It's like my main game that I started playing, so I can't really like go from quality to piece of shit like Third Strike or Marvel.
Wow.
Oh no, I just like to play a little bit of everything. More recently, I've been working on King of Fighters. Speaking of which, gonna dabble a bit. I doubt Florida has anything for KOF as well.
Man, maybe you could answer this for me. Okay, King of Fighters.
Yeah.
That game moves so weirdly. Why is that?
What do you mean? Did you say weirdly?
Yeah, the game moves so weird, as if the characters are fighting underwater.
Which one are you talking about?
I guess I'm talking about 12 or maybe 13. I can't remember which one.
Because if it's 12, 12 is shit. That's all I have to say.
Oh.
But have you seen 2002 UM, 98 UM Final Edition, 11? Any of those? Because
okay. I can't get into a game that looks like that was made in 1988. All right. I mean, come on, man. I mean, I don't ask for much. I'm not asking. It doesn't need. It doesn't. It's like that saying. You know
Then-
what? I think that Neo Geo had a saying in SNK that if you can't dazzle them with your brilliance, baffle them with your bullshit. And that game is a baffle with your bullshit because how can you have a game that's played in 2011 look like it was made in 1977? I just don't understand it, man. It's like going to the 24th century and bringing Street Fighter 2 World War with you, like, hey, you gotta play this, man. I mean, the game just looks so. It's like.
I
It's
guess.
I
Like,
mean,
how
I
can you
don't
play
know,
HDR?
man.
Like, I don't know. Like, how can you still keep playing ST?
But see, HDR looks like it was made in 1992.
I don't know.
agree.
It's always just been a subjective thing throughout the years.
Yeah, I mean,
to me, it
it's,
doesn't look like ass. But,
HDR?
no, like he's saying, like Koff looks like old piece of shit.
No. I'm just saying, man.
It does though.
Why does it have to look like? Why does it look like it was made on the Atari 2600? That's all I want to know.
I don't know.
Why is it?
I
seem
just don't like KOF because the way it feels. It feels like
That's what was my
it
first
feels
problem.
really, really
It feels
choppy
really
and
weird, man. It's like that the characters are fighting underwater.
Yes, that's what it feels like. The only KOF that I ever thought was decent was KOF 11 XI or whatever you want to call
Yeah,
it.
that was the one that tried to appeal to more, I guess, Street Fighter players and other audiences.
Yeah,
Because
that one wasn't that bad.
Yeah,
The
but it's
red-
also the most rushdown oriented, not broken, but
No,
homogenized.
2002
'Cause
is broken.
2002, yeah, but then like if you want to win in 11, you play Kulagata Oswald. That's it.
I mean, that obviously there's tiers and everything though.
Yeah, but
There are other
if
good
you-
characters.
yeah, I guess like Malin leader or Ada Help
Ganso.
leader. Yeah, but then if you really wanted to win, it's Kulagata Oswald. For
Yeah, but
11.
that's everything. Every game is like that. If you really want to win, there's always a character for that
Yeah.
slot. Even in
But
Guilty
then-
Gear, that's stupid balance. There's still a character that you pick if
Oh,
you
if you really
want
want to win, then you like pick Eddie or something.
Yeah, you pick Eddie or Slayer or Testament.
Yeah,
I
that's
remember
true.
when Testament was
I don't know.
garbage. Like,
Because I used to think that too when I was playing KOF, like, it feels kind of weird. But the more I played it, the more I got used to it. Now I play 98 against Koreans and Chinese and feel pretty okay about it. I don't know. I don't know what to say because
it's like
I used to
there's-
feel that way, but I just don't anymore, and the game feels really fucking fast. I play 98. That's my main game.
It's like
My
the-
problem isn't the speed of the game.
Yeah.
It's like
it's speed and response for me. It's like there's like 6 or 7 frames of input lag.
oh no, that's not what it is for me. I just don't like the way it feels. Like
I mean,
the
it's
playstyle.
like the character doesn't move like I want them to move. I don't know how to explain it.
I don't know, because I get that in O2 a bit. Normals feel kind of weird, but I don't know. It's like I don't know what the input like.
It doesn't feel like there's. The only way I can say it is it doesn't feel like there's any Street Fighter in it, but that's not really what I mean. Like, I don't hate it because it's not Street Fighter. There's no, like, footsies and stuff in those kind of games.
Yeah, like
It's just like, oh, you short hop, you jump, throw fireballs, try to make a good read on a random jump or something. There's no, like, feels like there isn't, like, any real, like, technical strategy involved. I don't like that.
well, have you seen like matches like Qinglong versus Zhao Hai or Dako versus Kiabets or anything like that?
For what game?
For 98 OG,
I don't know, I don't play 98. I never touched
or
that
have you
shit.
seen 98? Because for 11, yeah, that's what it is. You hop a lot. You do like you get some knockdown Oki with Oswald. You set up card, then you do high-low mix-up. That's really safe. You play Gato. You do like close D, hit confirm, just keep hopping because his hops are just really that good. Same with Kula. She could do like early jump C, which is pretty much like an instant overhead and confirm into a combo, or just go into an empty hop low. Yeah, like I could see that for 11. But then if you play like games like 98, then you play like characters like Mai or Mature or Chizuru, they're gonna zone the fuck out of you. And there's like a heightened, I wouldn't say heightened sense of zoning, because zoning is zoning, spacing is spacing. Like I won't say it's more so in KOF than Street Fighter, but then, yeah, like you said, there's like it seems to be like less Street Fighter like footsies. Like you're not going to be really weaving in and out of attack ranges and make something whiff. You're gonna hop over like a sweep or like anti-air.
Yeah, see, but footsies is like the best thing about fighting games.
Yeah, like in KOF, it just occurs differently. I don't know how to explain it. It's just, yeah. But I could kind of see why, though, or at least if you watch general match vids, because most people like to go for the, high rush down, whatever bullshit character, like Iori or whatever. But, man, I'm bad at coming up with this stuff on the spot, but...
It's
it's like King of Fighters is mainly spacing, and there's like more ways to space than you can in Street Fighters. But then that kind of weakens its like Street Fighter-esque footsie game. Not saying it doesn't exist, but it's less of the focus. I don't know.
It's indefensible. No, I'm just kidding.
It's like, yeah. I'm in no mode right now to defend KOF. But I don't know. So, what was your main thing, Bunk? You just don't like the feel of it? Like it just feels like
it's like the controls. It doesn't. Maybe it's just that I've been so conditioned with Street Fighter that it's not. It's just not. It's not that there's something wrong with it. It's just that it's something that's very hard for me to adapt to.
Because I like play everything. So when I go to KOF, it's like no problem. So I don't know what to say. Like, I do acknowledge, like, if you're going from, like, a game like Alpha 2, and you do hit confirms, like, crouch, short, stand short, into DP with Sakura, it's going to feel much slower than doing hit confirms in 98, for certain. I can understand that. And how the way, like, hit stop and hit stun works. Yeah, I could say it's a bit slower. It's not, I'm not saying, like, or rather I should say, like, you could get used to it if you really want to, and it'll just become second nature. Like, I play both Alpha 2 and 98.
If they put it on GGPO, then then I will probably be in
like
inclined to
I
play
think
it.
with 13, like if you do chain lights or do your normals, I think it should feel more natural to a Street Fighter player. Because I played 13, and the normals feel at least how 12 did normals, and 12 how it did normals feels more similar to. I guess more like a Street Fighter game, like an Alpha 2 or CVS 2, kind of like chaining.
By the way, I wanted to come out with something. I wanted to say something about Third Strike Online Edition. Yes, the game has bugs. What else is new? I mean, they're gonna fix it. I mean, just be patient. I mean, it always happens with every release. I don't know what people are getting so up in arms about. They already know about the bugs. And they promised to fix them, so let's just be patient. And by the way, I guess we could put it to rest. The game, PlayStation 3 version of Xbox Live, PlayStation 3 version of Third Strike Online Edition does not have input lag.
Does what?
Does not have input lag. It's actually been tested, and now it has four frames of input lag, which is consistent with most of the arcade Street Fighter games.
Yeah, I played Third Strike Online, and compared to playing on like Final Burn Alpha, feels exactly the same to me. So
yeah,
whatever.
because I mean, Face NC, he said he doesn't feel anything, as far as
like I'm still doing all my Makoto stuff.
Garbage.
Huh?
Yeah, Third Strike's garbage. That's all you need to know, dude. That's all you need to know.
That's all that matters, baby.
Man, FlashMetroid, you're one of the greatest men to live.
Hey, let me ask you something. Flash. Do you think that? Did you see that little argument they had on? I guess it was in the comments section that Dave Serlin was on. And do you think that Capcom should have done something about the balance in the game?
Yeah.
Like rebalance the game.
Yeah, of course.
Because I've been thinking about it, and at first,
Why the fuck would you want the same shit you had for 10 years?
I don't know. The people who have been still playing it for 10 years are still playing it for, I guess, the reason.
Yeah, but if you change it, those motherfuckers are still gonna play it too. And then the new people will be happy because they're playing.
That's the thing. Like, I'm not so sure what will happen. Well, let's say they did make a. No, let's say they did make a rebalance for the game. But let's say it's console only. Do you think the top Japanese players will get out of the arcades and play the game on the console and make it their main mode of play?
Who cares?
But you know what?
Yeah.
I see points on both sides. First, starting with Dave Sherlin, I understand what he talks about.
Hold on. I didn't watch the podcast, so what did Serlin say?
What Sherlin basically said was that by not rebalancing the game, that in a way we are encouraging bad design. You know,
Yeah, of course.
there are serious issues with Third Strike.
Of course.
And they say, and the argument is that how ironic that people complain about the balance in AE when Third Strike is 10 times as worse.
Isn't that what I was saying the other day?
Yeah, you did. You did. And I said, but now they're saying, you know, by them not rebalancing the game, you know, what they're doing is they don't give any incentive for the people that know of Third Strike, but will not play it because they already know what the bullshit that they're going to have to deal with.
Yes, I didn't buy that shit.
You know, so you know, I mean, I bought it because I wanted to support, you know, DGPO and all that.
Nah, fuck that.
No, but I see what he's saying, because he's saying that you're more likely to make a great product by taking something and refine it over a time.
Of course,
know,
they have 10 years of experience.
Right.
Of what they had when they originally made it.
And he said that Super Turbo is a great example. A lot of the people consider Super Turbo the best Street Fighter game ever made, but it didn't start out as Super Turbo. It started out as World Warrior. You know, and then there was 3 other iterations that came.
Best Street Fighter ever made.
But you know, what they're saying though is that. But I understand what he's saying though. He's saying that
the best iteration was the last one.
Yeah, it was the last one, because after they took to him 2, 3, 4 times sometimes to get it right. Well, maybe not totally right, but get it enough where it's viable and it's really good and something that will last a lot. And they said that they could have done. He's saying they should have done the same thing with Third Strike, but they didn't, and they really kind of appealed to the majority. Now that's Dave Sterling's side. Now the Street Fighter 3, I guess you want to call them purists. I don't know what else to call it, but they're saying that new players to the series, it won't matter if you rebalance the game because they're not going to be able to tell one way or the other.
That's retarded.
And I can understand that.
If they can't tell, why would they want the worst version of the game? If you make them a better quality game, they won't tell the difference, but at least they have a better quality game than what they would have got.
Fair argument. I mean, although I guess what they're trying to say though is that the most people won't be able to notice. But I'll say this much though: I think that it's good to enjoy what we had in the past. So I'm actually all for having an arcade perfect version of it. I am, but like with HDR, I would have appreciated a remix version and I would, you know what? I'll come halfway. You can leave the top tier as is. Fine. Just work on the middle to low tier substantially. I mean, which means the game will still be bullshit because I think that some when I read about the advantages that some of these characters have, like Yoon and Chun-Li, I mean, they deserve to get nerfed. But okay, if you're gonna let them keep it, fine. Then you keep those people happy that play those characters. You know, but you know, give something for those who play Q, like me. I like Q. You know, or Necro or 12. You know, something. Give them something. And Sean, you know. I mean, what about them? You know, because I guess I'm leaning more on Dave's side, because by arguing for the perfect arcade version, you're basically saying, yeah, I want to keep my character not only do you want to keep your character the same, that's BS most likely, but you want to keep the matchups the same. So that means you will have the advantage that you enjoy, that the same advantage that you enjoyed when the game originally came out. Like, I don't want any mid or lower tier getting any better because that messes up my matchups. Or another thing I think, I'm not calling out anybody, but also I think that another reason why people might be getting against the rebalance is because that will force them to relearn the game, and most people are not, and there's a lot of people that are not willing to do that.
Okay, for me, it's wrong to generalize like the whole different kinds of views.
No, you
the
can't.
third strike scene might have like what you're saying for those certain players. Those players do exist. There's gonna be like some of those 3S scrubs that try to abuse Chun but suck with it, but they want to beat like new players with Chun when third strike comes out, which it did, and people are trying to do. Yeah, they're gonna do that. But like for me as a third strike player, do that. Okay, who's echoing? Okay, never mind. Like the reason why I don't want third strike rebalance, it might not be like the best reason. Is that like let's face it, like third strike scene in the U.S. is not the best. It's not even close to Japan's scene. But the thing is, I eventually want to go to Japan and like try to play third strike against those Japanese players, and if like somehow like a third strike rebalance came out only on console, and let's say perchance that let's say the Japanese players don't even pick up the new third strike and just somehow play the old one, like even though I guess the new one might be a better game, I still want to play those more skilled players. But then you can kind of argue also in reverse, like we could just trade our own scene. Yeah, that's retarded.
You should agree. I was going to jump in and say
basically, you want them to leave the game the same, so you can
try to lose to
so you can get bodied
Japanese,
over there.
Yeah, so you get bodied over there. But then, like, I was also thinking, like, in reverse, like, who gives a damn? Which would most probably what you would say, and
That's
let's
exactly
create a
what
new
it is.
scene and create a new scene.
But
Here.
and another thing though is that it's not like the Japanese are some genetically engineered mutants. I mean, if the game has sustaining power, then it will develop its own top players. It will develop its own great players. I mean, it inevitably happens.
A rebalance is the only way that the game will ever make it back to the mainstream.
Yeah.
Like right now, all they got was like 2 months of spotlight, and then people are just gonna be like, all right, well, it was cool. Back to Street Fighter 4.
Yeah, which will happen in December.
Well, before you guys continue, like I'm pretty scrub in these games, but I'm just saying, like,
what the fuck is this? Is it a new guy?
I missed the Met.
Oh.
I mean, the whole reason why they even brought Third Strike to PS3 and Xbox was, well, according to Ono, he wanted to, what was it? Support the it was like a reward for the hardcore community. So trying to rebalance the game would go opposite of rewarding, because you guys saw what happened with HDR. Like,
no, but no.
No, before you cut me off, I heard people, they just wanted a ST, like a View ST version they could play online on console. But then Sterling, he decided he wanted to rebalance, so he took rebalance suggestions from like the community, and then he just ended up doing his own shit. So people like,
but that's not
why
true.
why rebalance something? Why rebalance a game that's dead already? I mean, even if you rebalance it, it's gonna be dead anyway. So why rebalance a game that's dead?
So, yeah, so why not? I mean,
if the game's already dead, it has a chance of reviving if you make it better.
I mean, but my issue is that's not how I recall things with HDR. A lot of people are going with Dave sort of decided to do his own. No, he got input from the top players of ST for the changes that were made. I remember specifically there was a change that was made regarding Dalsim and Guile. I think that was it. Yeah, it was a Dalsim and Guile that what's his face? John Choi had input on. I knew that the fake fireball, that was John Choi's idea. So it wasn't as if Dave Serling went in and just redid the game with nobody's input. That's not how it was. And from that post that was had in the comment section, it was an open test he did. Anybody could have came by and tested out the changes. I was going to say that
the game was pretty popular for what it was.
Yeah, it was.
If they would have you make it sound like if they would have remade ST and left it the same, it would have been more popular than what it was.
No, it wouldn't have. It wouldn't have been. I'm not going to sit there and say the game was perfect and all, but he took. There's never going to be such thing as a perfect game anyway. But he did. Oh, I knew he was going to say that. But he did what he thought was best to make the characters in that game that needed the most help get some help, and the characters that had just that were already established, he just wanted to make some small changes to make it a little bit more fair. I'm not saying it all turned out with roses, but it still wasn't. Everyone thinks that this is some type of unilateral move by him, that he just went in and just made these changes and no one had any input. That's not how I remember. He put up a blog about all the changes he made prior to the game coming out. He kept people in the loop. And on top of that, he took the feedback and went back into the lab while the game was still being made, and he made changes based on what people said. So, I'm not saying that the game is great or not great. I'm just saying is that people acting like that Dave Serling just did this with no input. I don't think that's true.
Well, Mr. Ritter told us a couple of times, like he brought people over. Apparently, according to Mr. Ritter, like he brought Mr. Ritter and a couple other players into his house or something to give input and play around with the game. And then, like the Friday before, he was gonna make the changes, he decided to throw out all the input they gave, and then he did his own stuff. That's what Mr. Ritter said, according to Mr. Ritter, like a couple of days ago. So.
Well, yeah, he took input, but it's not like he used it.
Well,
within that certain instance.
Well, I guess in a situation like that, this is he said, she said. And usually when I hear he said, she said, it's always somewhere in the middle.
Well, it was Mr. Ritter and a lot of other people, so it could be Serling and the rest of them. But who knows what actually happened?
Yeah, but I do know a few things though. A few of the changes I distinctly remember were requested that he made. I guess it goes without saying that he didn't make every change that was suggested. But, because at the end of the day, it's his head, it's his neck on the line. So I can understand what someone might say, well, yeah, that sounds okay. But, okay, so he's not going to take everyone's suggestion. However, on the other side of it, but I do remember that distinctly there are things in the game that were requested. And so I think it's safe to say that he did not take all the suggestions that was given to him. But I think it's also safe to say that he did take some of them and made it into the game. Without talking to Serling himself about it and Wizard, maybe getting both on at the same time. I don't know. But the general consensus is that he just took the game and just did his own stuff and didn't get really any input from anybody. I don't think that's an accurate portrayal of what actually happened.
I don't know, just like maybe rebalancing 3S would have been cool. I just think it would have so much hurt from third strike people that it would have been kind of nuts. That's what I think what would have happened.
But you know what? But I don't know, man. Atomic, I really don't know whether or not. First of all, I don't really know if HDR from the hardcore fans of ST, they're going to hate it for the very reason that it's not HDR. I mean, it's not. It's ST. I mean, it was. I saw that coming. They're not going to. There's going to be a segment that's just not going to like. That's not going to like a rebalanced ST, no matter if the rebalance is good or not.
Yeah, but those people, they can hold that shit. They're gonna play it regardless. So those people don't matter.
You know, I mean, I thought that I'm looking at from how I would have done it. I would have done it the same way that it came out to be. I would have tried to do my best to do an arcade perfect port, and then do a rebalanced version, and hoping to gain, to garner some interest in the series again, and that's exactly what they tried to do, and so I mean, and HDR wasn't received very well by the hardcore community, and but that I already knew that was going to be an issue. I knew that was going to be an issue because it's not ST. And I don't even know if the game has been out long enough or have been played long enough to really made an ascertain whether or not it was any better or worse than ST, because it was dead. It was a dead on the doorstep. It was no chance.
Like, if the way I wanted Third Strike Online personally is like did it how they did HDR. Like, you have the quote unquote remix version, then you have like the old school version on there. But the thing with HDR isn't like the old ST, the classic version based off the Dreamcast version, so it wasn't a perfect arcade port of ST. So I don't think people wanted to use that. But for me, for Third Strike Online, like they used our quote unquote arcade perfect version of it. They could have put that on the side, maybe have its own online function, then have like the main rebalance function with its own online servers. So you have like online servers for both old school and the rebalance for whatever. But yeah, that's like a lot of work and money, which I bet Capcom doesn't want to do.
Well, you also got to consider that there are budgets and there's also time constraints. It's also quite possible that this idea would have been done, but it wasn't in the budget or time constraints.
So they sold what they advertised, Third Strike with online functions.
Yeah.
That didn't work well on Ponder's GPL client.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep, and but it's interesting though, because there's I say this all the time, and it's that people complain entirely too much. It's never good enough. I don't mind people saying, well, you know what, they should have maybe done this, that, but there's some people that just don't game, it's just never quite enough. No one's, I hear people very rarely say it's cool to have a rebirth of the fighting game scene again. It's always what's wrong with it, and I think that there is a time and place for everything, including complaints, but it seems like I'm hearing it way, way too often.
Yeah, because most of the people that you hear us talk about that are new kids. They don't know about what it was like to fucking play the same game for 8 years, thinking that these games are never coming. You know what I mean? They don't know how to appreciate the games that are coming out now because they didn't have to wait like we did.
That's true. And I also think that there's also part of me that's mad that some players some of the new school players that has really practiced hard, and they try to they really grind it out, and then they have success. That the only reason they have success because the game is scrubby.
Who, the new players?
Yeah, what I'm saying is that the new like the Street Fighter 4 players that are considered some of the best, that maybe was not anywhere near that good in any previous of the Street Fighter games, but a lot of people dismiss their accomplishments as just that's just because the game is scrubby.
Like who?
Let me try to think. What's a Street Fighter 4 player? That's been. Let's take Wolf Crown.
He's the only one.
Huh? I don't want to say
He's the only. He's the only new name that came out when Street Fighter 4 came out.
But I'm not just talking about brand new to the Street Fighter 4 series. Maybe they did play Street Fighter 2 and Street Fighter Alpha, but they weren't nearly as good. Nothing to write home about. But I'm just saying is that I don't like it when I hear that, when people say,
Those are idiots, though.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Street Fighter 4 is probably the hardest game to play
Yeah.
out of all the Street Fighters. It's the most advanced, most technical game that's come out so far.
Are you trolling me?
No. I'd
I'm
rather
being
do
100% serious.
I'd rather do SGGK in Third Strike than learn all the damn option selects in 4.
Street Fighter 4 is harder to play than Third Strike.
Yeah, it is. To be honest, I could rather just do dumb, easy shit with Makoto all day in Third Strike than, learn all the other technical not nonsense, but all the technical stuff in Street Fighter 4.
Just like how people say, oh, blah, 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 this person is only good because Street Fighter 4 is easy. There's the best Third Strike players in the world are terrible at Street Fighter 4. Fucking MOV, he quit the game at one point because he was getting raped, and now he's back on it. Like, recently. And MLB is considered one of the best Third Strike players of all time. And he's just, like, okay at Street Fighter 4.
What makes Street Fighter 4 more difficult to play than Third Strike? Is it the fact that there's much more to account for, or what for in layman's terms for my dumb ass?
You need to be more technical, like stuff like option selects and save jumps. Those weren't in old games. That's like happening now. Like people use stuff like that, but it was very minor in old games. You know what I mean? Now people use them all. Like now it's like if I option select and you don't option select, you basically don't have a chance. It's kind of like an unfair match.
You have to learn your option selects.
You have to learn how the engine works. It's not like Third Strike where who gives a fuck about the engine, man? Just fucking guess. Let's go.
Guess, or you learn 1 or 2 option selects.
Like you don't really have to know the engine inside and out to be good at Third Strike. You just have to just play.
Flash, you're gonna get me killed, man.
What?
I'm gonna get hate mail out the ass. I can hear it right now. I hear it, man. I'm outside right now. I hear the typing.
Like the only option select I really see around and what I do in Third Strike is just SGKU. Down parry, then car throw. And if you parry, you get a hit confirm. If they try to throw on wake up, then you tech throw. That's it. That's an option select, but that's like the only option select. What do you have in Street Fighter 4?
Maybe he'll kill you, but base might agree. But I think J7 might kill you.
Okay, to continue comparison, look at Street Fighter 4. You have backdash option selects. You have safe jump option selects. You have whatever reversal option selects. There's like more stuff you have to learn. At least on option selects alone. Like, and then you go to hit confirms and your link combos in Street Fighter 4. That's more technical than doing like short hit confirm into super.
Well, here's the thing though, is like a lot of, I remember having this argument a long while ago, but I said this much is if Street Fighter 4 was such a scrubby game that has no depth to it, then why do the top players of previous games play this game, on a serious level? I mean, Street Fighter 4 is Daigo's. I mean, he said he was gonna play Marvel 3, but I mean Street Fighter 4 is still in his focus,
The problem with Street Fighter 4 is that there's two different Street Fighter 4s. Like the Street Fighter 4 that I'm playing is not the Street Fighter 4 that those people that cry about the game all day aren't playing. Like that Tremor 85 guy.
God.
The guy in the channel, that guy is playing the shitty Street Fighter 4 where they don't really know what they're talking about.
Oh God.
Like, how is it? Like, people like that, I hate that. Like, how is that guy gonna say that we're just playing it for the money when, like, I'm literally here saying that the game is fun. All the top players themselves, we all talked about it. Everybody agrees. Everybody agrees that Street Fighter 4 is basically the best Street Fighter.
Like
What?
I don't know what's scrubby about Street Fighter 4. The only thing you could try to say is like
The only-
easy reversal windows and DPs.
But
Doesn't matter.
but see,
Yeah,
I think
like-
that's
like,
intentional.
The
I
only
think
thing
that's
scrubby about Street
intentional.
Fighter 4 is the easy execution and the easy reversals.
But
But hold on, hold on.
Yeah.
Those two things doesn't matter at high level play because between a high level player, like a high level match, even if that wasn't there, it would be like it was there because it doesn't matter. Who cares if some guy is beating you because he has easier combos that he would normally drop? Then you're saying that he's just smarter than you, but you have better hands than him, so you should beat him.
No, my point about it is that of the reversal window thing. Okay, if it's easier to do reversals in Street Fighter 4, isn't that not a double-edged sword? That means it's
Yes.
easier for your ass to get killed because someone can beat. In fact, isn't that
Yeah.
what happened with Daigo? Didn't Punko got them up kicks out? Them up kicks came flying out, especially that last round. Daigo was clearly flustered, and he
It
was
doesn't
doing
matter. 'Cause
reversals.
in high level play,
Yeah.
if that reversal system was not there, and I wanted to reversal, I'm going to reversal.
Yeah, because that makes you a top
whether it's
player.
there or not.
Right, because
yeah,
you're a top
guys-
player. I mean, that was always my issue. Is like, it doesn't matter anyway because you're a top player. That's what that whole thing about Marvel 2 and Marvel 3, where in Marvel 2 you had to be good to do that. But yeah, when you're playing in a world tournament, you all gonna be fucking good.
Bunk,
Yeah, people are just babies.
I mean, that's
guys, Bunk. Right now, we just said that we think Street Fighter 4 is one of the more technical, if not most technical, Street Fighter games today, and that's the argument. Can we go back to that? Because like we kind of just went off. I was just saying like.
no, we're still on that subject. Actually,
No, we're still on it.
yeah, we're still.
I just don't see like okay, so we're not on easy reversals, but beyond that, everything else is more technical.
Yeah.
No,
like,
no, I would
once you get over those two things that don't even matter, the game is
Yeah.
way more complicated than all the other games. Like footsies alone, footsies are so important, and that's like the one thing that's not scrubby at all. Like if I have good footsies, you are not gonna be able to do shit. If my footsies are better than you in Street Fighter 4, you are done. You have no chance of winning. I don't care what you do. You can random ultra, you can do whatever the hell you want. But in Third Strike, if my footsies are better than you, who cares? You're just gonna parry randomly at mid range because you can do like no risk parries from mid range. Like, oh, I think you're in a low forward here. I'm gonna go for a parry. Oh, you didn't do a low forward. I'm still good. What's up? I'm just gonna keep doing it. Like eventually you're gonna have to get like right next to each other, and then the game becomes like really random because you can't win at mid range in Third Strike unless you're playing Chun-Li. But that's like one character.
Elena,
So
but that's
she's the
work.
best. Oh, yeah, or Elena, but that's low tier.
That's work. And then like what people say, she's like a watered down Chun-Li.
Yeah, or, yeah.
Yeah, because my thing though is that there must be a meta game. I don't understand the meta game. I'm glad that I got Flash here because he can explain the meta game. Because and a lot of people probably and I've gotten actually a couple of comments about this sent to me. It's like why do you let Flash come on and talk bad about Third Strike or blah 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 blah? And I'll answer that.
Fuck
right.
Third Strike.
I mean, no, but they mean just generally your opinions, whether it's Third Strike or Street Fighter 4. I'm just saying this. When you finish 7th out of 2,000 people in Street Fighter, I will bring you on the show and to give you as much airtime as possible. Because there's something to be said for that. It's something to be said for that. You don't luck yourself, you don't scrub yourself to 7th place in a world tournament. Alright, so yes, I would, when Flash speaks, I do listen because there's a reason why he's that good. He ain't a dumbass. So, I just want to kind of clear that up. It's because, I consider myself fortunate. When I get good players on here, they always be able to give me a viewpoint that I can never come up through my own. That's sort of the reason why I stopped doing AlphaISM.
I used to hate Street Fighter 4 with a passion. Anybody who looks back to like 2 years ago, I used to be the first motherfucker saying that I hate this game, right? Because it got to the point where I was playing people that I knew I was better than, because I had beat them in
every game. Like, I've been playing for like 10 years, right? And I've been playing with the same people for 10 years. And for those 10 years, I never lost to anybody. Like, any of my friends. Third Strike, CVS2, Super Turbo, fucking Guilty Gear, everything. I always beat them. And then they started beating me in Street Fighter 4, and I was like, man, this game is stupid. But then I realized all they do, and this is what 95% of people do in this game, and which is why everybody thinks this game sucks. Because all they want to do is build some meter, get next to you, and then do 50-50 throw or DP mix-ups. That's all people want to do. If they can't get next to you to do 50-50 between throw or DPFADC, they don't know what they're doing. They're just like, hey, yo, how do I play this game?
Yeah, you just zone them.
That's like one of the main reasons why I picked Zangief, because it's like, yo, you want to come into that range so you can do the only thing you know how to do? You don't want to go there. So now you can't beat me. I got scrubbed out for 2 years in a row. As soon as I picked Zangief, no, like, it's impossible to get scrubbed out anymore.
Interesting.
How long did you play Zangief for before Evo?
2 months.
Damn.
Yikes.
I picked it up the first day that the game came out. Like,
Wow.
when I downloaded AE, I was like, alright, hit training mode. Zangief, baby.
And
Good.
now it's interesting though, because I like the fact that you're bringing up something very, very important. Is something that I touched on a few months ago, and I said that I think that a lot of reason why some people are hating on Street Fighter 4 is because they used to dominate in other games prior to Street Fighter 4, and they're not dominating in Street Fighter 4, so that means that there's something wrong with the game.
Yeah.
That's why they're saying the game is scrub friendly and such, because it's like
Yeah, it feels like that at first, because until you get to a certain level of play, you get scrubbed out by that stupid strategy. That strategy is really effective. It's kind of like in, I don't know if you know StarCraft and stuff, but there's a strategy. Oh well, there's this cheap strategy in StarCraft that pretty much you have to be a certain level of play to beat. So people hate people who do that, basically. And it's like the same thing here, but it's not looked down upon as much here. But
StarCraft 2 or StarCraft?
either of them. Six pooling.
Oh.
Yeah. But basically people just abuse that so much, and nobody, like, at low level play, nobody has defense. So everybody's trying to hold forward because they know if they have to block, they're going to die. So everybody just turns the game into basically Third Strike, where it's just random as hell, everybody's just guessing. But that's not the way the game is. That's why people say high-level matches are boring, because it's too dangerous to get that close to somebody. Like, in a high-level match, my goal is not to get, like, right on top of you and do that stuff, because, like, I know that's stupid, that's risky. My goal is to win it where I can actually control everything that happens. And that's their goal too. That's why you don't see people like overextending on top of somebody, because it's like, yeah, you can try that and you might like get an advantage, but at the same time you might lose it right then and there too. So why do that? That's why high level matches are way slower. And low level matches, they just go nuts. They just do whatever the hell they want. They're like, oh, I bought this game for $39.99. I'm gonna have some fun.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, because I honestly, I'll say this much. My personal feeling is I love Street Fighter 4, because in Street Fighter 4, the execution isn't ridiculous, so it's enough for me to do what I need to do. But I mean, I'm no good at the game. But the one thing that I hated about Super Turbo is that, like, I could not do Hawks 360 to save my fucking life.
Yeah, I mean, like,
it was
if you're
ridiculous.
if you're one of those people that couldn't execute in old games, and you started to win now because now you can, then who cares? It's good to you.
Plus,
Like,
and at the end of the day, it makes no difference, as you said, because even if I can execute the 360, once I get into intermediate and high level play, and I'm randomly going for 360s, I'm gonna get killed.
Yeah, you have to, like, execution shouldn't be a factor as to why the game sucks. Like, if everybody's executing at the same level, then why is that bad? Like, who cares? And even then, there's no matter how easy the inputs are, there's still combos and stuff that even the easy inputs isn't going to help you with.
Yeah, exactly. I was going to say
And
because
let's say you could execute at 100% of the time. There's still factors of timing.
Yeah, because
that
you know what?
are overthrown.
I mean, because you know what? You know how I know that the execution line is bullshit about, as far as being a demerit of Street Fighter 4 is because I'm watching Evo and I'm watching Daigo drop combos.
Yeah, he was dropping combos all day.
Yeah, he was dropping combos. I'm like, so much for, the combos are easy as hell to do in this game. And
Well, the links are no different than old games.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
still,
Complain
I
about
learned
easy
that.
Dragon punches, because apparently you have to be a super skilled player to do a dragon punch in old games, which is retarded because dragon punches are easy as hell. But now you can do a dragon punch by like mashing on down forward twice instead of doing forward down down forward. But it's just like that's such a minor thing to make a game suck because of it. Like,
Yeah.
like
Plus,
if that was gone, you really think that the game would be good?
Yeah, I mean, plus at the matter, it still goes back. It's a double-edged sword. You make it easier to perform this move that'll get your ass killed. It's a double-edged sword. Yeah, you can do dragon punches. Now you're gonna eat whatever a combo of my choice. I'm just gonna go haywire on your ass because
then-
you like spamming uppercuts.
And then people complain about another big complaint is people complain about DP FADC, like safe dragon punches, but it's like you have to manage your meter. Like we both build meter the same way. It's not like I have all this extra meter that you don't have. If I do a dragon punch and I make it safe, you can do it right back to me. But you decided to waste your meter on stupid shit like EX Fireball that didn't even do anything in the match when you could have just saved that meter and went for a dragon punch FADC.
Yeah, I think you know what? And now I see what you're saying, Flash. Because okay, this is how you know that Bunkei is a dumbass. All right, so I did not know that FADC cost 2 bars.
When did you learn about that?
I thought I learned this maybe 3 weeks ago. I know.
Wait, you thought it was free?
No, I thought it was 1 bar. I was like
For
EX move.
how many years now?
I mean, okay, you don't have to rub the shit in. All right.
You serious?
I mean, all right, yeah, it's been 3. I mean, so no, I did not. I thought it was 1 bar to do FADC.
Yo,
You know what I mean?
4 FADCs, yo.
4 FADCs would be kind of ridiculous.
Yeah, I can imagine why. So I understand why they made it 2 bars. Because yeah.
No, but it's just like nobody forces you to waste your bars in different ways. Like you can save it for a super, you can save it for random EXs, or you can save it for FADCs. It's up to you. There's so many options that you didn't have before. Before it was just play.
Yeah.
You know what? I think that Street Fighter 4's mechanic that I like the best is actually the FADC system. They gave you
Options. There's
They
more
gave
options
you-
in this game.
they-
You
they-
have more choices.
you have more choices, and they gave you parry, but it's not free.
You mean focus?
No, I mean, yeah, that's what I mean by focus. They gave you parry, but it's not free. It's not
Yeah.
just there is a substantial risk besides not getting the timing. But I
Yeah.
mean, you can bait it. You can it's
No, it's really good.
yeah. I mean, so
There's
I
risk.
like that.
If you parry and
part
third
of the
strike,
game.
there's no risk, kinda.
It depends
Oh.
on where.
The situation, but most of the time, like just the fact that there's no whip animation.
No whiff animation is stupid.
Like if you press focus, you're stuck there.
Yeah,
I like parrying in like Melty Blood. Melty Blood parrying is the way it should have been.
Melty Blood, Akatsuki Blitzkampf, Last Blade 2, all games which I pretty much like.
I don't really know about the other games, but yeah, Melty Blood parrying is the way parrying should be.
Yeah. Also, what's nice about it is like if you whip it, your guard bar's down. So, but yeah. Like the main reason why I don't currently play Street Fighter 4 is not because of any of the reasons you guys listed. It's mainly because, and I'm not saying it's a bad game. I'm not saying it's scrappy like the other people are saying. But the only reason why I didn't play it is because I'm not comfortable with the lock speeds and the normals. That's it. I still recognize it's a good game.
But you know what? I want to go back to something that someone just posted in the AlphaISM chat about the third strike changes and how, you know, that anyone that want to do third strike changes basically will run into a brick wall. If you dead set, if you one of the people that are dead set about not changing third strike, then do not complain about the balance in AE. Because to me, that is hypocritical. It's hypocritical to ask to keep one game perfect.
There's no balance in third strike.
Yeah, I mean to keep one game that's broken to shit, but then in AE, I mean, it's not like that you just put down a joystick when someone, you know.
I would understand that statement if third strike was actually good, and like changing it would run the risk of making it worse. But it's basically impossible to make it worse than what it is right now. Literally impossible.
No, dude, they give Yun like 2 bars for Genejin. And
Like,
extend.
the only way they can make it worse is if they buff the top tiers and leave everybody else the same. And then
Yeah,
all of a
that's
sudden
pretty
they're
much
like, yo, Chun-Li, she gets this new poke, and she gets 5 meters on her SA2.
SA2.
Yeah,
No,
she gets
dude, they make her SA1 and SA3 useful.
Oh yeah, they're like, we decided to just buff everything and give her Hugo life and Hugo
Oh,
stun.
you know what? She has a 2-frame jab. She has a 2-frame jab. Let's make it 1 frame.
Yeah, they're like, they gave her a full screen carry, and yeah, it's basically impossible to make the game worse than it is right now. So there's no reason not to do it. Might as well try.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, because I can see what you're saying there because ST, there was not like a whole lot of people were complaining about ST. You know, it is what it is. Not to say that ST is not without its own problems. I think that it has its own issues, but third strike and ST are on the two opposite ends of the spectrum. And so I'm just saying that I think that the issue though with third strike is, as it says there, with the passage of time, people have grown to like the brokenness that those same people probably hated when the game first came out, but gotten used to it, and now they only, it's like that saying where people say that they like what, they know what they like, but they only like what they know. So I think it's the same thing here. Yeah, so,
I agree with you, FMJ.
yeah, I mean, that's what, at Flash, you bring up a good point. Why would new players pick the game up when they're Street Fighter 4? As I said on the last podcast, I am all about enjoying the past, but I don't think we should live in the past.
Yeah, that's why they should have just came out with a new game. Like, building up a scene off this shitty version is impossible, because the new kids are babies. We've already heard how they complain about Street Fighter 4 all day. There's no way in hell they're not going to complain about Chun-Li and Yun. It's impossible. Those characters are way worse. Yun in Third Strike is 100 times worse than Yun in Street Fighter 4. The same exact character. They're going to see that character raping them in new ways that they never imagined. They're going to be like, damn, man, this is worse than Street Fighter 4. I might as well just go back.
Or at least in more annoying ways. Like,
yeah,
technically,
like
Yun's normals suck in Third Strike, but that's why he has to be more annoying. He has to run away and build meter, and when he gets meter, he's gonna...
It's twice as annoying, because, like, you can't fucking chill out. Because if you chill out, you're going to die. And if you get hit once, he has a full meter, and you're going to die. If he gets one parry, he has full meter, and you die. You're just dead. Granted that the only hope for Third Strike is that nobody that's actually good at the game plays the game for a while. But that's not going to happen.
Yeah.
That's the only hope that Third Strike scene can grow. If all the good players don't hurt people's feelings right away.
You know what?
Because, all the experienced Urian players, these new kids are not going to be able to get out of that shit. They don't know how to do it. It's going to take them a while before they figure that out. They're dead. They're just going to get unblockable to death. Like, I know Gutex is online right now, bodying people.
Yeah.
With, the biggest smile on his face.
I was bodying people with Makoto with the biggest smile on my face. So...
That's like the only reason why I would buy the game. Just so I could shit on people with Yun. I just jump back at the beginning of the match, do like 20 low strongs, and then activate and go in and make them rage. That's like the only reason why I would pay $15. Just to ruin people's days.
Man.
Yeah, I'm not buying 3S Third Strike. I'm just gonna wait for Skullgirls.
Hey, you know what? It's kind of interesting though, because you know what? I'm looking at the change list again for the AE, and and it looks like the AE 2012. It's gonna be the definitive version of Street Fighter. I think when it's all said and done, I think that's because it looks like that this may be the new ST, that the majority of the cast will be viable in high play. And that's something that's all I want. There's always going to be tiers. We already know that. But
even every Street Fighter has been a pretty good spread of characters. Vanilla, Super, AE, and this one. I mean, and the next one. They're all like they haven't made a bad version yet. I say Super was bad because I am a firm believer that like there has to be different a struggle in styles of play. Like, that is super important to me. That might not be important to everybody, but to me that was. That's the reason why I didn't like it. But it was balanced. Every game was balanced, I guess. Like, every tournament, you don't see a character dominating. Like, there's never been a time where people are like, man, alright, I'm tired of seeing this and this. Only in Japan you see Yuns and Yuns and Yuns. That's because all the best players are just playing Yun because they're tired of it. But it's not like random players are all of a sudden beating all the Japanese players.
It was still all the top players. It was just all.
Yeah, they just all switched. Like if all of a sudden every top player on Earth switches to Ryu, you're gonna see Ryu everywhere because they're the best players. That's the only thing that's happening in Japan. All the best players decided to switch.
And it's rather interesting though. We just got through an evolution. And we expect to see Yun. And what did we see? We saw Faye, Viper, Seth, and Yun as the top 4.
Yeah.
Which
top 8 was 6 different characters.
Yeah.
7 different characters.
Yeah. So, which means that that I think that even if they would have left AE alone, that I mean, not to say that Yoon be all of a sudden not going to be that good anymore. I'm just saying is that people would have found a way to deal with it.
Yeah, he's been less effective than he was when he first came out. I thought he was impossible to deal with, honestly, until recently.
Yeah. Some of the more recent tech that you found, or people have found.
No, I just learned how to. I just got better at dealing with his stuff. Eventually you get used to it. Yeah.
Alright.
Like, I just stopped eating dive kicks. I stopped trying to beat stuff out. Once,
See, that's the thing, though, because I think that there's an inherent disadvantage in using, like, Yun and AE when everyone else is using, because everybody is prepared to bring their A game, because people kind of forget it's all about matchups. I mean, you're playing the one character that everybody has prepared to play against. Which in a way that's not good on you. That's not good for you. That means that your Young better be godlike. Don't need to be on some other shit. And yet, even with a guy like Young, only finished 4th place. So I mean, it was like I thought that and I just thought that people jump to conclusions like they do when a new game comes
these
out.
People. Oh yeah. As we were talking about top 8, I was reminded about Third Strike top 8s for the past 20 years. Do you remember, 2004 through 2007, nothing but Chun and Yun. Literally not one character made it besides Chun and Yun. Oh, and there was like 1 Urian and 1 Dudley once.
Who was the Urian?
It was Tokido. Tokido was playing Chun and Urian. And then the Dudley was Kokujin.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was literally nothing but Chun and Yun.
I like how top placers in US Third Strike are usually people who don't like Third Strike.
Nobody likes Third Strike. Justin hates Third Strike with a passion.
Yeah.
And he was the best. Well, one of the best.
Like, you have some, you have some off players like Gutex, Rennick, Pyrolee.
Yeah, they love that shit, but there's very few people that love that love that shit.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like, yeah, the top players.
Tommy, that's a good quote.
That's an actual quote. I remember that. Like, that's ridiculous. Like, people make fun of Street Fighter 4, but it was never like that.
No, it wasn't.
But yeah.
Super. And what did we have for Super last year? It was Ryu.
It was Ryu first.
Rufus.
second, Akuma third, Adon fourth, Honda fifth.
Ross was fourth.
Oh yeah, Ross was fourth, and then it was Adon and Chun, I think. It was Honda. It was Honda.
Yeah.
Honda.
It was Honda. No, it was Honda Adon, and then Chun Li Honda.
Wait, rated on Bangi. Wasn't Bangi?
Yeah, you're right.
It's a
He was seventh.
Yeah.
So it was basically 7 different characters and 2 Hondas. 2 Hondas and then 6 other characters. Pretty much like this year. This year was two
That's
Vipers
interesting.
and then a spread of characters.
You're right. That is true.
So yeah, with the coming rebalance, I think I'll finally get myself into Street Fighter 4. Try to do something.
Yeah, because I mean, because you know what, the reason why I'm kind of excited about the rebalance is not about the rebalance itself so much, is that now because of the nerfs to Yoon and Yang, people will maybe start exploring the cast, because I mean there's a big clump of characters that we just don't know.
That's why I'm looking forward to the new game.
Yeah, because like for example Gen, I honestly don't know how good Gen is, because they have buffed him a good bit in AE, and they buffed him again. But I'm still wondering. I'm like, is anyone going to give this dude a chance? You know,
what have Yeb and Chibo been doing?
In this, they don't play no more. In this game, it's just not worth it. Like, you can win with all those characters that you want to see, but people aren't gonna do that unless they're like character specialists. But nobody specializes in Gen. Like, who likes Gen?
I know, man. It's just I know.
There's no hardcore Gen fans. Like, there's like hardcore Guile fans.
Right.
There's hardcore Chuns and stuff like that. Nobody's a hardcore Alpha 3 character. Like, Alpha Series character. Except for, like, me. I love Rolento. If Rolento was in it, I'd be all up in it. But
I don't know where all the Alpha 2 Gen players went.
Yeah.
There were any. I see a few of them, but I guess they just don't play Street Fighter 4. Because I guess he's different.
Yeah, but next game, for sure, all the young players, the thousands of young players, they're gonna like leave Yun and actually play something that they like, and hopefully, something creative or something.
Yeah, that's what I'm hoping for, man. All I'm hoping is for variety, because I really believe that it's I guess it's to be expected, because when you have the more characters you have in the game, the harder it is to balance the game. But
it's not even that. Like, imbalance is fine, but not when there's one character who is that good and that easy. Like, it's not. People don't play him because he's that good. They play him because he's too easy. Like, Yun and Yang are on the same level, but nobody plays Yang because Yang is actually hard to play. People only play Yun because he's too easy. Like, if Yun was that good, but he was difficult to play, that wouldn't be a problem. The problem is he's too easy to play. Because Yang is the same thing, but he's harder to play, and you don't see Yang everywhere. People don't play Yang.
Yeah, it's Yun and no deal. Now it'll be really interesting to see though, because Like I said, now maybe we'll see some. I want to see some more character specialists. I really mean it when I say I hope that AE becomes a new generation Super Turbo, where it, you'll see some godlike, players playing, characters that you don't think that was all that viable. I want to see somebody like we saw with Japan with T-Hawk. I'm like, that was cool as shit to see stuff like that. And I want to see something similar for Street Fighter 4. I mean, it's as simple as that for me. They said this patch is supposed to be out by the end of the year, and I don't see why any reason that it would not. A lot of people say is they just going to arcade first and console, but from what I understand, it's a simultaneous thing, or at least
Finally.
very close. Yeah. So I mean, and it's a free update to the arcade and to the console. I mean, that's great though, man, because you know what? That's why I really believe that Arcade Edition is the last Street Fighter 4, because they went as far as to make it available on every major platform. Arcade. When is the last time has this ever happened? I don't think this has ever happened until the Arcade Edition. PC, arcade,
Vanilla
console.
was on all the things.
Oh, was it all at the same time though?
Yeah. Oh no, not
No,
that.
Vanilla Arcade, no.
Well, plus Vanilla Arcade was different than console. I mean,
Well, AE Arcade was out before console.
yeah, but I'm saying that all three are available. They are identical. All they basically the game is available.
Vanilla was like that. Vanilla.
No, it
had
wasn't.
the same version on PC.
Yeah, but it's not the same as the console version.
Yeah, it is. It's the same.
No,
game.
console and PC are the same, but are different from the arcade,
Yeah, the console version has more characters.
which is the same as the PC, but is different from arcade.
Yeah.
We're saying now this winter, you might see...
yeah, I forgot that.
Yeah,
they all
me
had
too
those
for a minute.
characters.
I forgot about that too.
I forgot it
assumed
because
that-
nobody really used them, except for like a few specialists that keep losing. So,
Yeah.
So
but
that's
then
all.
what we're saying for this winter is that arcade and the console and the PC might be updated all within the same, maybe...
Oh yeah. You're right. I got what you're saying now. You meant AE 2012, not AE.
No, I mean
Yeah.
AE. I mean, even as it stands right now, I mean the PC, console, arcade all have the exact
Yeah,
same
you're right.
version. Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is so they really meant this one to last a while. They really want this to be the definitive, version. Which is cool with me because I think that, you know what, I'll give Capcom an A for Street Fighter 4 for a couple of reasons. A, for them bringing it out in the first place. B, the game has brought back players and it's also brought in some new blood and has helped our community grow again. C, there's risk to bringing in classics from other Street Fighter games and try to put them into a new game with a new engine. But you know what? For the most part, they kind of pulled it off. I mean, they're never going to be identical to the original version in their respective games because the game engine is different. But Makoto
they made
is
it as close as they could.
yeah.
I'm
I mean,
surprised.
Makoto is still Makoto. Dudley is still
Makoto
Dudley.
feels just like their Strike, kind of.
But then she's not as, dumb as Third Strike version.
Yeah, I mean they can't leave Hayate to be the way it works in Third Strike. That's stupid. In this game, that would be way too good.
Well, now you can charge it. Now, I guess now. What I mean, is that what I read? That she could
What's the
Yeah.
point of
charge it?
charging it?
you get better frame advantage the more you charge it.
Okay, but will it still combo? Like, I'm not so sure about that.
It'll probably combo like a level 2, not like level 5 and shit. Level
Okay.
5 takes like almost a second to charge.
Okay, better frame advantage will be... okay, but okay.
It'll be +2 on block instead of -2. +2 on block for that is really good.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's. So I mean, that's what I'm saying. They've really did a really great job with what they had to work with, and I think that when it's all said and done, that I'm gonna I think no, it's not Wizard. Someone it was one of. I say that Street Fighter 4 is going to be one of the most memorable games of the new generation of games. But for not just because it was the first that started it all. I'm just saying because of the game itself, and I stand by that statement.
You know what I want to see? Like how Arcade Edition first came out, then there was like a 6-month gap between Arcade Edition and Console Arcade Edition.
Yeah.
What I want to see is the rebalance to come out all within the same week for both arcade and console.
It's probably gonna happen like that.
Yeah, it's probably going to happen. And that's what I was referring to earlier.
Yeah.
Right.
I know what you were saying, but then I realized what he was saying as well, and he's also right. Because PC Vanilla didn't have, arcade didn't have what PC and console had.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what he
So
meant.
there's that flip-flop for each edition.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah, because yeah, and that's it. And I think that's the first time in history that that's actually happened. Because I can't think of another game that was simultaneously available, the same version, simultaneously available on PC, arcade, and consoles.
Yeah.
Well, not PC, but 2002 UM.
Huh?
King of Fighters 2002 UM. The arcade.
Talking
version.
about real
Street
games, man.
Fighter.
Get on point.
Street Fighter.
Oh, real games in the United States. Oh, okay. Excuse me.
Real games in general.
Oh, okay, I see. I see how it is.
Yo, relax, man.
I see how it is.
I mean, and you know what? Even if, and I think that is actually cool that Capcom is updating the arcade version, because I mean, I understand how the arcade owners felt, because when Vanilla Console came out, it really did kind of shit all over the arcade owners with that one. That was like, yikes, man. It was like, because after that, there was literally no reason why you wanted to go play the console version unless you was in Japan. Or the arcade version, unless you were in Japan, because, yeah, I mean, it was, and then, and I remember, do you guys remember that when people was like, no, they're not gonna. The Super is never gonna come to arcade. I remember that, Yeah, I mean, but I'm just glad it all worked out the way it did, and to get the patch all at the same time, I think it's gonna do a lot to keep the scene alive. Even if they, and I don't even really know if they really gonna even stop. It's difficult to say if they're really going to actually stop doing anything with the game, because they can always add a few DLC every year or something,
That's fine. Keep bringing us new shit.
Which I have no problem with at all.
Better than 8 years without playing anything new.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, everyone's talking about. I mean, that's what I say about the complainers. You rather go back to how it was in 2007? I don't know, man.
In 2007, everybody, the whole scene. The whole 300 people that played fighting games were about to quit and stop playing. You think we want to go back to that? Just because we don't want to deal with, patches and shit? Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, I mean, and it's interesting, though, man, because it's like, in a sense, they're kind of forgetting, like, ST and even Third Strike and Alpha 2 and all that. I mean, it's like no one likes the first version of any new fighting game in the series. There's always something wrong with it. But that's just how it is when you make something completely new. There's always going to be something wrong with it. They can't account for everything. I mean, but, so I'm sure that Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3 is going to be a way better game than Marvel vs. Capcom 3, because they got the benefit experience and feedback that they can incorporate into the game, By the way, man, I don't know about you guys, but Doctor Strange,
looks godlike.
Yeah, man, he looks
super creative.
Yeah, I really do see some really messed up. I really see some messed up shit coming out of him. Well, I just want to see the raccoon. And I know he's gonna be last.
That's what I'm waiting for. I want to try Raccoon and Nemesis.
I want Phoenix, right?
No DAC glitch opens up a whole world to me, because Marvel, I had so many cool ideas and cool teams that I always wanted to play, but then I would get DAC glitch to death while I'm trying to do cool combos that do 60%, because 60% is good without DAC glitch. So I would be doing 60% combos, and I'm like, oh cool, I'm doing a hard, pretty ass 60% combo, and then they're ABC. DAC glitch, ABC, and this is 100%.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yo, suddenly off tangent. Yo, Flash, I forgot. Did you like CVS2?
Yes,
Or-
I loved it.
Okay, since I don't have so much history with the scene, why didn't people play EO for whatever reason?
EO
Or- yeah.
is retarded.
What was retarded about it? I just want to know, because I don't know.
There's no row canceling. First
Okay.
of all,
And
row
roll canceling made a lot more characters viable, in general.
Yeah, it made a lot more characters viable. It added like, I liked what it added to the game. Like it added like a little twist where everybody was more dangerous in a way, but at the same time, if you knew it was coming, you could grab it because, like,
Because it has role properties.
yeah, because that's role properties, so you can grab whatever they try to do. It just made the game more interesting. And they made it so P-Groove parrying was easier, and you could special cancel like Third Strike in P-Groove.
Good track, yeah.
Which is stupid because like you were doing like 100% combos for no reason.
Because of that?
Yeah, because of
Wow.
some characters are doing really dumb combos that were retarded.
It's like, okay.
Like
Thank
Geese would do like cross up forward, and he'd be like crouching jab, standing fierce, and then do Jaken, and then cancel the second hit of Jaken into a full level 3 super, and then cancel the last hit into another jab fierce Jaken, and did like 100%.
Okay, that cleared things up. Alright, thanks, dude.
No
That's about it.
Ask Flash. Here's your chance, folks. Ask Flash.
Yeah, that's Flash.
You have a Street Fighter 4 question. You know,
Street Fighter. They're gonna be like, why do I lose to Yun?
So you don't block.
I hate Yun so much. It's so dumb.
Oh well. I'm gonna enjoy my evil Ryu.
we got a first question.
Oh.
F&J asks Flash, who should I play in Street Fighter 4 2012?
I don't know. Whoever you want.
Everyone seems
Thank you,
decent.
F&J, for the question.
Thank you, F&J. Well, I think you should play whoever you desire. Your favorite
Like
character.
Hakan.
Whoever your favorite Street Fighter character.
I like Alerna.
I wanted to get DS on here, but it seems like he got drunk, so I guess he can't come on.
Oh well.
Yo, I'm kind of upset about those changes because I started looking at them like more seriously just now, and I just realized that Alforte got buffed.
Oh yeah, I remember that. I was looking through the changes like, man, Flash is most probably gonna get mad.
You're just saying that because he is in the channel and listening.
No, actually,
Oh.
we were going through this last week, and Ski is in the channel, so I have to give out a big fuck you to Ski Sonic and your character. That is all.
Yeah, El Fuerte got a little bit buff, and
You got that stupid invincibility back on the tortilla that you were crying about. Ah, my god. So broken.
Yeah,
Not
that was
just-
another thing that turned me off to Street Fighter 4. It's like I didn't want to learn how to deal with El Fuerte.
really?
Well, one of the things.
Stupid.
It's not the main thing.
It's
But-
stupid. That literally is one of the only things I hate about Street Fighter 4.
I mean, you know what? It's kind of funny though because I remember more than one player in just general over the last 3 years have said El Fuerte should be a black box on the select screen. On the select screen, you can't actually
Yeah.
get to.
Character's too dangerous. No
Like,
matter
I
who
won't-
you are.
Time. He's
I
the
won't go
most
as far
broken
as-
bottom tier character you can ever play.
It don't matter who you are. You're afraid of El Fuerte.
Like, I won't go as far as Flash and say, like, I hate him, oh my gosh, he should be gone, but, yeah, to be honest, I am scared of him. Because it is a scary matchup, because, yeah, it is guessing. And I'm a Makoto player, I love guessing. And I think Alforte is scary.
Well, Makoto does a lot better in this game because you can Dragon Punch
Oh yeah, that's true too.
on Wake.
But
Without getting parried.
Punko lost to Alfrete, and it's Spiegel Claw, so.
Wow.
Yeah, he got OCB.
Did you guys see somebody? Yeah, someone. Let me see. What was the character that I saw that qualified that really surprised me?
Do they have a qualifying list already?
Yeah, cause like it's like someone qualified with Blanca.
Let me see. Blanca's good.
Oh, don't tell Larry that. All right, hold on.
Blanca's always been good. He's always flown under the radar. He's always like right below top tier.
Really? Blanca?
Yeah, in every game he's been like right under top tier.
I heard he does okay against the Twins or some shit. I don't know.
Yeah, he does good. He can beat dive kicks for free. He can up ball on reaction, EX up ball and wake up, so they can't really do Oki on him.
It's pretty good.
Who's the best Blanca in? Because I know Demon Hero plays Blanca, but
No, we don't really have Blancas here.
I remember
Hyro is pretty much the only Blanca I've seen. Hyro from NorCal.
I remember back in Super Console, there was like some New York Blanca players. I don't know if they were like top or anything. Maybe.
Yeah, there's never been like a top Blanca.
Hey, you know
what's
what?
the guy's name? Insane or something? Isayan?
Oh, I know you're talking. He's like in DMG or something now.
Yeah, I haven't heard about him in a while, but I haven't really been keeping up much Street Fighter 4 since I created it.
He's not that good.
Okay.
Tenshi plays Blanca.
No, he plays Makoto now.
Oh yeah.
I just realized there's actually 39 characters in Super Street Fighter 4 Arcade Edition, not 37.
Okay, I just found the qualifying teams, and holy crap, there's a team that's Dalsum and El Fuerte.
Wow.
How did you qualify with?
That just shows how good the game is.
Well, I mean, it really shows that the case has been kind of overstated.
Yo, there's a lot of interesting teams, more than I would expect. Whoa.
Yes, sir.
There's another team that's Gen and Dalsum, and Miyu is
What?
qualified. Gen and
Gen?
Dalsum. Gen and Dalsum.
I told you.
Eat your heart out, Entero Sanchez.
Gen and Dalsum is one team.
I want to see
Guy
that
and Honda.
team. I want to see that team face the Yoon Army. You know they had to go through some Yoon armies to get there. So I want to see those matches. Because I have no idea what Gen versus Yoon looks like.
There's Cammy and Ibuki, one team.
By the way,
Rufus.
man, you know what? Ibuki might be a problem in the next patch.
Rufus and Bison is another team. And then the rest is all what you would expect. Well, not really. There's some weird teams like Viper and Claw,
Interesting.
Makoto and Blanca, Jury and Ken,
Nice mix.
Ken and Ryu,
Really?
Ibuki
Together.
and Bison, Honda and Guy.
That's a lot of teams already. That's pretty much that's not young.
That's
Yeah.
I like that, man. 'Cause
Yeah.
that's you're covering a good part, a good nice section of the cast there.
Yeah. Besides that, it's all Yun Yang, Fei Long, and Sagat.
Mm-hmm.
And one Zangief.
I expect to see a whole lot of Cody. I expect to see a whole lot of Jury, some maybe a little DJ. May who knows? Maybe even a Hakan.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. The Diamond isn't gonna go now, so Henry Sen is gonna go instead to SPO. So it's gonna be Li Joe and Henry Sen.
What is that playing in the background?
Oh, I'm watching Aris play Tekken at Super Arcade.
Okay. Alright.
There's some weird teams. I don't even know who is the favorite in this tournament. I guess it would have to be, Fudo and Itabashi.
The Geef player?
Yeah. Fudo and Itabashi are one team.
Sounds like Team Virtual Fighter.
Yeah, they're like the strongest team, and then probably like Nemo and Kyobetsu.
Yeah, Ushas Kabitz.
Man, I have to say though, man, I did not get into this until recently. Though, Flash, is that watching Geef at a high level is really fucking fun because I'm starting to see the minutia. I see the
what?
The minutia. I'm starting to see the small things that people do instead of the most obvious. Oh, a pile driver, yay! You know, I'm starting to see the game. And the little bit of the meta game that you top players see, the footsies, the spacing, the risks, the wars, the failures. I'm starting to see that, and it's actually with Geef. Since Geef is not like a very fast character, it's really easy to see what characters are starting to do with him. That's. I can't believe they gave him 50 more stun on his. Man.
He needed that. Everybody's getting buffed. He needs more, I think. No, I'm not gonna say he needs more.
What you gonna ask for now? The EX, the knockdown again? The EX green?
Nah, he would be the best character in the game if they give him that.
Give him?
I already said what I think he should get, but I'm not gonna get that.
No, give him Alpha 3 Katobi cancel so he could body splash across the screen.
He should get his damage back on crouching jab. Because right now it does 20. It should do 40 like it used to in vanilla, and then I'll be happy. It's not that big of a deal. Like, right now, the reason why everybody thinks that Zangief damage is down is because everybody does crouching jab 3 times and then does, like, standing short and then do green hand. And in vanilla, crouching jab did 40 and now it does 20. But now you have to do crouching short into crouching short, which is a 1-frame link. So nobody does it. I'm like the only person who uses it because it's a 1-frame and everybody's too scared of dropping it. So my damage is still the same as vanilla Geef, but it's still harder, and I do drop it sometimes, and I get so mad. But yeah, if they gave me jabs, it would be back to free damage without having to worry about it. And it's easier to do like frame traps and like non-jumpable setups when you have jab instead of short. Yeah.
Ooh, Marvel's Cap. Oh. I'm kind of switching gears a little bit to Marvel 3. Besides the raccoon, I wouldn't mind seeing. Really wouldn't. I want to see what they do with Nova.
Did you say Nova?
Yeah.
Yeah, Nova should be pretty good because he's apparently pretty godlike in Marvel. So
Yeah.
would he be like let's say Green Lantern gets all the power from all the other Green Lanterns into one person? Yeah.
You know what that means, and you know what that
should be
means
pretty interesting.
that he's going to be in a movie.
Yeah, probably.
Nova movie?
Nova,
Rocket Raccoon movie?
because all of the Marvel cast is in a movie of some sort.
Yo, Rocket Raccoon movie. Please. Please.
Isn't that the Capcom side?
No, Rocket Raccoon? Marvel.
That's Marvel?
Yeah.
Why did I think that was?
Because you were thinking of Star Fox. And you somehow thought Nintendo, but instead replaced Nintendo with Capcom. And thought it was a furry Capcom character. But no.
No, I wasn't thinking that, but
Well, yeah, it's Marvel.
I'm just scared. I'm just imagining the worst. Cable with a small hurt box.
That is if he has like all the other moves like normal Viper Beam and all the other zoning mechanics that old Cable had. Because I think at the least they'll just give him like Hyper Viper Beam because that's what he had in the comic. Everything else could be totally his own.
I thought that was trolling. He really did have a Hyper Beam in the comic.
Yeah.
Oh God. So this is. Oh wow. That means that. Yeah, this is supposed to be the replacement for cable.
Or at least that's super. But then, have you seen Doctor Strange? Beam Super beats everything, kind of like.
Yeah, man. It's like I'm trying to think. It's like Onslaught, man. That freaking beam Superman, like that comes out hella quick. Man, you know what? It looks like that Doctor Strange seems to be a straight up counter to Magneto. Because I'm like you try to spam that that gravity beam against he's just gonna eat that up. And I bet that Doctor Strange level 3 beats Magneto's.
Interesting. I don't know. We'll only know until we get the game.
Yeah.
When is it coming out again? November?
Yeah, November 15th.
Mid-November? Okay. I guess... No, I have no money. Maybe. I might have money. I'll buy it. Maybe. Just a poor college student right now.
I understand, man, but, you gotta do what you gotta do, man, King
of Fighter 13 is at the end of October. That's why.
Excuse me?
Why are you giggling, yo?
Because you waste your money on trash.
Okay.
I mean, are you really gonna try to say that, I'm sorry, I'm buying King of Fighters 13. Man, you know what? You have no place on my show, man.
Alright, see you later, guys.
Peace.
Just kidding. Okay, I'll get both.
Flash is like, peace! He's like Will Smith in Independence Day with a cigar in his mouth. Nothing but love for you. Peace. No.
No,
Wait,
I'm just keeping
would you do a KOF show?
Huh?
Somebody asked Bunkai if he could do a KOF show when it comes out.
Oh, what?
A King
A
of
trash
Fighters
show.
show.
No, in FlashMetroid's words, a trash show.
A trash show.
You want to do a trash show?
Yeah, I'll do a trash show.
I'll come on it, and I'll give it a fair and unbiased review.
Dude, you are the greatest.
Yeah, get the Deadly Video and Flash Metroid.
I would.
Oh my god, I'm not going to be on the show at Deadly
No.
Okay, I would do a King of Fighters show, but I don't speak Spanish.
Or Chinese. Like, people think COP is all Mexico, but they don't realize that's only for 2002. If you go to 98, it's all Chinese and Taiwanese people.
Well, my
Mandarin races.
My Mandarin ain't great. Cantonese ain't much better. I don't speak Spanish.
Okay, it's all good.
I'll
if
do the Spanish interview and I'll translate.
Do you speak Spanish?
Yeah.
You do?
I'm Dominican.
All I can say is, ¿Cómo estás?
I'll give it a nice and fair translation.
Nice and fair translation. Yep.
All I can just say is ¿Qué pasa and cómo estás? And make sure that if you say besame mucho, make sure you say that to a girl. Yep.
But yeah, if you're actually serious about doing a show, you should get on some people like Gibby or like Rogue Yoshi, who actually knows some stuff, along with me.
Well, I can't get on Dark Geese again.
Oh,
You get baby cakes. nothing
Dude,
effects.
don't even joke. Don't even joke.
Man, dude.
No,
Dark
see, now you
Geese.
mentioned his name. Now he's gonna make how many posts? On
No.
forum.
Dark Geese is funny though because he's the only human I know in my life that can speak without breathing. Man, cause I remember I counted before like a good 2 minutes in between breaths, man. Oh gosh.
Yeah, I listen to your old show. He just you've had him on shows just by himself. Just him talking for 20 minutes, and you don't say anything. You don't say anything. He just goes on and on and on. This is crazy.
Oh,
That guy's something else.
Oh yeah, that's why you guys loved him, and I know you love to have him back on.
I don't know if he'd ever want to come back. Oh boy. But yeah. Trash show. It'll be enjoyable.
Wow. Trash show.
Trash show.
KOF, what?
Yup. Exactly. Yo, other than Third Strike and Cough, what other games do you think's trash? Flash.
That's about it, really.
Oh boy.
I like Arcana Heart series. I like Melty Blood. I like Guilty Gear. Oh, Marvel's trash too, actually. The whole Marvel series has been trash.
Wait, so between I can't remember which is which on Arcana Heart and Melty Blood. Which one of them look like they all came out from Beauty and the Beast?
Arcana is the pedal game. And
Arcana's like all
Multiblood
the
is-
little girls.
Okay.
Arcana Heart is nothing but little girls, and then Melty Blood is like its own little thing.
Yeah, it's from a Japanese visual novel thing.
I heard they're going to rename it Pedophile's Paradise.
Like, in Melty Blood, there's only 2 little girls. That's it. Maybe 1 too many, or 2 too many, but just 2. Whereas like, Arcana has a bunch of little girls that are underage, so whatever.
Arcana is literally nothing but underage girls.
And then in Arcana, there's this one that looks like a little boy who's actually a little girl.
Oh yeah, the one with the cards.
Yeah.
Wait,
Like,
wait,
he thinks, oh, it's a little boy pretending to be a little girl. It's actually a little girl who looks like a little boy that looks like a little girl. So there you go.
Is this like Bridget from Guilty Gear? What's going
Yeah,
on?
except Bridget actually being a real girl.
Bridget's not
Bridget's
a girl.
not a girl. She's a guy.
Yeah, Bridget's not a girl, but then like the girl in Arcana looks like a guy that looks like a girl, but it's actually a girl. Whereas Bridget looks like a girl, but it's actually a guy, and it just ends there.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Oh, so you're saying that character is a double mix-up.
Yeah, it's a double mix-up, whereas Bridget's
Oh.
a single mix-up. You only layer 1.
Oh. It's like a fake high. Not just a
Yep.
fake high low.
Exactly.
Let's see.
My head hurts.
See, Arcana Heart's deep.
It is deep, actually. It's deeper than fucking KOS.
What? Oh,
Oh my god. The character spread for SBO this year is actually pretty decent, too.
It'd be interesting to see what team wins it.
I hope Fuerte wins it by himself so they can nerf him.
nerf them
Right
for
before it's
rebalance.
Yeah.
There's surprisingly a lot of characters in this thing.
You know, did you guys read what they said in the developers blog about Fuerte? Like, we wanted to improve him, but not change like where he is. You know, they're like, then we don't really want him becoming mid tier, and God forbid being high tier.
How do you know they meant low tier?
No, because it's like we want to keep him where he is.
Who said he's low tier now?
That's the conventional thinking.
Conventional thinking is
Never thought he
retarded.
was low.
I think he's mid.
Yeah, I thought it was mid.
I think he's like a really cheap mid tier character.
Frotte beat Bunko in SBO calls. And
Yeah, I guess that means that he can't be low tier then.
He must have guessed wrong a couple times, just like anybody else.
You know how
That guy must have been on fire with the guessing that day.
and what's his name? That I Peru?
Yeah. Oh
The
yeah.
guy that he beat up John Choi pretty bad.
Yeah. There's 2 Fuertes in SVO. That means that he is top 15 in this game.
I mean, I it's kind of funny for a character that's never run a major or even close to running a major. Well, unless you want to call it the Evo Online, but
That's a major. Those are 100, like 500 people.
I didn't know that many entries. Oh, okay. Well then, yeah, because I mean, for a character that it's not all that popular in Street Fighter 4, man, he does get a whole lot of hate mail.
You know what character has never won majors?
Hmm.
A lot of them. A lot of top tier characters haven't won majors. Balrog never won a major until Puerto Rican Balrog did it recently.
No, final
That
round.
is
And
true.
we all know Balrog's always been top tier. Chun-Li never won a major, and that bitch was broken in Super. Bison's been pretty good in every game, never won a major. Zangief He's never even gotten close to winning a major.
What about Ken?
Never won a major either. Ryu, when he was broken, never won. Actually, he did win over.
Yeah, he won too.
Ken. Yeah, and right. He did.
I forgot that Daigo used to play Ryu.
Yeah, Daigo though. I mean,
There's a lot of characters that never won majors. Not winning majors is the dumbest reason to say a character is not good. I remember when people used to be like, "Oh no, Phoenix is not good. She has no life, and she's not winning right now.
Oh, yourself, yeah.
She's not winning, and she has low life. She's not broken. Look at her now. Look at her now."
yeah, but you know what? I still say that when it comes to Viscant though, it really was his Wesker that was putting in the work though.
No, it wasn't.
Yes, it was. It was Wesker doing the most of the leg work. Phoenix is
First of all, his Wesker gets a bonus just because Phoenix is behind him. The threat of Phoenix on the team alone makes his Wesker better. Because you know if you get hit once, you lose the match.
No, but then when Viscount was playing, like, his Wesker just killed like 2 characters a lot of times.
I mean, that was that match. When he played me,
he
played me in pools,
I heard you almost beat him.
It was the most ridiculous thing. I beat his first 2 characters for free every time, and then it was rock paper scissors, baby. Let's go, rock paper scissors, and he beat me. I'm working on a perfect every match, and then Phoenix comes out and he's like, "All right, let's go." And they clack, rock paper scissors.
I like it. Clackety clack clack clack. Wow.
Did you use X Factor to beat those 2 characters, or?
No, I played Dante.
No? Oh, weird.
X Factor doesn't help against Phoenix. What the fuck does that do?
Yeah, that's true.
When I have all 3 of my characters, 5 seconds of X Factor to his 20, is he gonna save Dante?
That's what kind of happened with Marn, like top 16. Like he got.
That's what happens to everybody.
Yeah,
that's what Phoenix does.
Yeah, that is true.
Let me ask you, is one of you outside? I can actually hear the crickets.
I think that's the guy making the fish. Who that was making the fish. I don't know who that is then. It's not me. I've been listening to the crickets. It's just killing me.
I'm just like, whose microphone is so damn sensitive that I can hear the damn crickets?
Because I don't have any crickets.
I think it's the other guy who uses his mic when he's not speaking, I guess.
Yeah, that's probably me.
Oh yeah, it is him.
Are you outside?
So I have the window open.
That's some loud ass crickets, man.
Yeah, where do you live?
I live in the burbs of New York, suburbs.
But that mean damn crickets?
I think it said the burbs, yo.
The birds.
Yeah, there's like a forest right next to my house.
Shouldn't your ass be evacuating right about now?
I live in the suburbs. I don't.
You don't evacuate the suburbs. You evacuate the city.
You just die like the rest of the fools. Okay.
Yeah.
Hurricanes aren't really that serious. We have them in Florida all the time.
Yeah. Yep. And it's kind of funny.
You know
it
how many
happens in
tournaments
Florida
I've
all the
been doing
time, and
hurricanes?
people just keep on rebuilding. Yeah, this is our 3rd house. Okay.
Yeah, those
we're
are
gonna
like
take a hint.
major hurricanes. Not all hurricanes are major.
No, it's minor. If it floods just the basement and the first floor is only minor.
No, like a category 2 is not gonna destroy a city. We have hurricanes. I've been through like 15 hurricanes. I live in Florida. We get hit by that shit every weekend.
I don't understand, man. It's like if my house gets flooded or gets blown away, you know.
Where do you live?
No, I'm just saying, if I live in Florida and my house gets blown away or flooded or anything like that, it's like it's
not all hurricanes are that strong to just wreck your house. Those are like strong ones. Like they don't always happen. There's only been like 2 or 3
Plus,
hurricanes
you guys,
like that.
You guys see, you know what? You must like that electric sun. And what I mean by electric sun is that you must love thunderstorms because I think that it storms more in Florida than any other part of the country.
It does. I don't like it. I stay indoors, man. I'm not
It's the
outside
Gulf of
fucking
Mexico.
dancing. We're in a tropical zone.
It's hot, humid.
See,
The
you gotta
mosquitoes that can
deal with, man.
it's mosquitoes that can impale your ass, and storms. I'll take. Well, it's. Yeah, I don't want to tell you where I'm at because they might be a little bit jealous.
I wouldn't be jealous. I live in Miami.
Well, well, you live in the vacation spot. Well, that's not bad. Yeah,
I don't
Flash.
like shitty ass Orlando or Tampa or some lame ass city like that.
No. When you're a drug kingpin, you gotta stay where the action's at. No, because I don't think that anybody that's rich that lives in Florida, they're a drug lord.
Wait, where do you live? Where are you from, Levan? Laban or something? Is that his name, Laban?
Yeah. Well,
Where are you from?
He's from Crickertown, New York.
Not
these-
me. Not me.
This official changes the official AE rebalance request thread is so pathetic.
Why?
They're like asking for the most ridiculous shit. Like make Psycho Crusher faster. Make this and this crazier. Make this easier.
That's what people. That's what I hate about request threads because people always ask things to make their character broken. Yeah, man. All I really want is
This guy's like, he's like, for Cody, he's like, I need a faster walk speed. I need an invincible wake up. I mean, an invincible reversal. And he's like, and I'll be happy with those two. Like, you really need a reversal that bad?
You know what? I don't understand though because the people be talking about that. They be like, "Yeah, man, I just need this, that, this, that, this, that, and this, that," and then he'd be finding all his matches. You're not supposed to be finding all your matches. You're supposed to have bad matchups. It should be not 5-5-5-5, 6-4, 6-4, 6-4 all across the board.
I mean, that's what Yun has right now.
Yeah.
Well, not really. He loses to Sagat. And probably Balrog. And probably a couple other characters.
He loses to. Why does he lose to Balrog though?
Like Balrog's just too hard to get in on, and Ultra 2 is really good against him.
The Raging Bull?
Yeah, it's really good against Yan and Yang.
Wow, I didn't know that. Interesting. They buffed that in the patch.
How they buff it?
Except
Oh, they made it unjumpable like a real grab super, right?
No, they upped the damage. They upped it from 300 to 300.
Oh yeah. I thought you meant from
399.
Super to A. And
Oh.
From Super to A, they made it like a real 720 grab.
Oh, you can't jump it?
No, not anymore.
But like the range is ass, right?
I don't know, but like when you block a dive kick a certain height, it's a free ultra.
Oh, I
So-
see.
Yeah.
I remember being so underwhelmed when I first saw Rog sell to Ultra 2. I'm like, is that it?
That's because everybody else's Ultra 2 is so cool. Like, they're showing all the Ultra 2s, and you're like, whoa, whoa, whoa. And then you're like, what the fuck? Like, I remember, I specifically remember the order that it was in because I remember I saw Zangief's Ultra 2, and I was like, yo, that Ultra looks amazing. And then I saw T-Hawk's Ultra 2, and I'm like, holy crap. And then I saw
Balrogs, and I'm like, really?
Oh.
I'm like, that's it? A headbutt to the face?
Stepping on his foot.
And then like a headbutt to the face or some weird thing that he does? I don't know. I don't even know what he does.
You know why?
He
You
does,
know
like,
why
this
we were
weird
so
gesture after.
underwhelmed? We thought that he was gonna bite their ear off. That's what we thought we was gonna. He was gonna. His Ultra 2 was that there was gonna be like. We knew it was gonna be a grab. Like I bet he bite his ear off. That'd been funny. No, I'm not gonna say nothing bad about Mike Tyson because you can talk all you want, but you know you'll never get in the ring with that dude. You can talk about his voice and all that, but he'll still put your lights out. Yeah, the the Balrog movie was pretty damn good.
Yeah, it was. It was a lot better than I expected.
Cause I'm like, they actually got some quality actors. Like,
Man,
what?
I'm ass.
What's that?
Like, somehow I got convinced to play Street Fighter 4 again. I played way too much Third Strike recently. So now I'm trying to parry on Street Fighter 4 online. I'm a terrible person.
Yeah, that gets you killed real quick.
What else? Oh, I'm also trying to do a universal overhead.
So
That's my most
instead, you
favorite
get a
thing,
focus.
Yeah, I get focused. I'm like, oh wait, what the fuck am I doing, dude? Also, I'm trying to do like a lot of close spears.
Wow.
Like a lot of good Mexican uppers, because they're actually pretty decent in Third Strike.
I'll be right back.
You know what, folks? I'm about to call it a night. I'm tired.
Yeah. I think we pretty much covered most things.
Yeah. Thank you guys for coming on. It's looks like that. As far as the next show, tomorrow going to a barbecue, so I won't be home until late. And also me bring my electric violin, so that'd be fun. And next show probably be next weekend.
You gotta do a football show.
Oh yeah, they still gotta do a football show. But anyway, thank you. Thanks guys. And I'll talk to you soon.
Bye bye.
All right, peace out.